Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Oh, here I am, just like,
Hello,
hi.
everyone. Hopefully I fixed it. I don't know what's going on.
It looks good. It looks good.
I don't know what happened. Something had to mess up. That's just how it goes.
It's
That's
fine.
just how
That's
it
how
goes.
it is.
How is everyone doing? This Halloween.
Oh yeah, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Yay.
How fun.
So obviously I'm here with this side, the wonderful, the beautiful Holly, who I just want y'all to know recently started posting on YouTube again. So
Okay.
please go subscribe to Holly. Hopefully we have her YouTube link. She also streams over on Twitch. So
Oh my gosh.
YouTube
Thanks. Hi,
and
everyone.
Twitch. You need to make sure over there. And we have our guest today, Katie. Katie
Thank
on
you for
Calico.
having
Hopefully
me.
the sound is okay. Can you all hear them okay?
Oh yes.
Hopefully. I turned
make
it up as
adjustments
loud as
if
it'll go.
needed.
So if you can't hear them, then I don't know what else to do.
You have to turn your volume up real
You're
loud.
gonna have to turn it up, yeah.
Then it's on you.
Okay, so
Thank you for
we're
having
here
me. This is so cool.
on Halloween. We're
Yeah.
gonna talk about the update, because the update came. Well, no, the update hasn't come. The direct came. We're waiting on the update, but we're only 5 days away. Kind of 4 days away.
Is that it?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, kind of 4, because I think it's gonna come out on Thursday night.
Correct. Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I think for me on the West Coast, it's early too. Maybe at 4 or
I'm
someone said
so
4 p.m.
jealous.
Said 6 p.m. I know.
Oh my
I think
gosh.
it would be 6 p.m. for you, because it's normally 8 p.m. for me.
Got it.
Okay.
So, Kin, thank you so much for the super chat. Hello and happy Halloween. How are y'all doing? We're all doing good. I mean, I know
Yeah.
I am. Hopefully y'all are.
I'm doing well.
We're
Yeah.
gonna start off with, oh my goodness, let me hide that. That's very loud. I want to start off, I did a poll over on, my volume is low. Okay, I'll turn myself up. I did a poll over on Twitter, and I just asked, which part of the update are you most excited about? And the options were Crops and Cooking, Harv's Island, Brewster, or Happy Home Paradise DLC. And coming in last with 4% was Brewster. Not very many people are excited about Brewster.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too surprised. After the update, we saw Brewster. We knew Brewster or the Roost was coming in some capacity after they teased it. And then I think we were just bombarded with everything on our wish list and then some more. So, yeah, I feel like that excitement has definitely worn off quite quickly. So I can't say I'm too surprised. I do think, though, once he's in the game and we're experiencing him in the update, we'll fall in love with that whole part all over again.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's like, I think part of it is because they showed us like 30 seconds and then just moved on. Like, I don't think people had time to really like consider what was going on. Like, I know I didn't, because I was like, oh, Brewster. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, there's Cap'n. Like, he's just hanging out there. I'm like, oh, so we're going to forget about Brewster then. We're just moving straight on. Like, this is 20 minutes. This direct is 20 minutes.
Okay, so question for y'all about Brewster. Do you think there will be anything that we have to do to unlock him, or he's just going to be there? And do you think there's anything more than just buying coffee? Do you think we'll be able to work for him like we did previously?
Ooh, I would love that part-time job thing. I would love it so much. And like, because every single villager has their own coffee order, which is what you had to kind of sort out in the previous games. And I think I would love that back, just because it was so fun. And if you gave them like the wrong drink, they didn't really like it, and you'd have to kind of be like, oh, sorry, you know.
Right.
But I'm hoping it's not just coffee. I want there to be hot chocolate and tea.
Boba?
Not because I'm British, but just because like tea is like a staple, you know, like tea and coffee.
Right.
But I don't know if we would need to.
I'm worried because what if it was like you have to have your museum at a certain point? Like, obviously,
I think that's
you'll have to have
possible.
red there.
Yep.
But do you have to have like a certain number of art pieces to get him? Or do you think he's going to show up in the plaza and then you go talk to him and then he moves in? Or is he going to show up?
I think that's more likely.
Yeah.
That he's in the plaza or just walking around. Or maybe he'll just be in the museum the next time we go and visit, to drop something off. But
right.
I don't know if it's going to be too difficult to unlock Brewster. But I don't know if there's going to be a job element. I would hope so, because I feel like that's a pivotal part of past games. And, it sounds fun. But this whole DLC, which I know we'll talk about in a little bit, that's all about having a job and making an income in that sense, too.
Yeah, true.
So maybe they were saving it for that. But I don't know. It'll be interesting.
But I feel like the job is... The job, as basic as it is, I feel like it does, if you aren't... I don't want to say cheating, because I don't consider anything anyone does cheating. But if you're playing it how it was intended to be played, you're not looking stuff up, you're not time traveling, you're not doing any of that stuff. You're playing it how it was intended. That is a huge amount of stuff to do, because you have to remember what your villagers like. You have to get to know all of them, learn their coffee order, all that stuff. And I feel like that just extends the gameplay even more. So I feel like it's such an
Can I ask a question?
Thing. Yeah.
So the job element, has that been a part of every single time that the Roost has been present in past games?
I'm sure it was in New Leaf.
I know it was in New Leaf, yeah.
City Folk, I think, because you had to, I think you had to like build a separate building or something. I can't really remember, to be honest, but I remember it definitely in New Leaf, for sure. Okay. And it was just fun, and you could get furniture pieces and things from Brewster, couldn't you? You could get like cute little, I think you could get like a little model of something and other cute little things.
Lots of people in the chat are saying it's just in New Leaf.
Just in New Leaf, yeah.
Because if it were a part of every single other time Brewster has been a part of a game, then for me it would be a no-brainer. Of course you have to include that element in New Horizons. Yeah. But I don't know. It does seem like that's such a beloved part of his presence in the game, though. So hopefully that's a part of it that they just didn't touch on in the direct. Which, I mean, rightfully so. There were a billion other things that they probably wanted to talk about. But I'm so curious, because now Brewster yet again is a bit of a question mark for us.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I know. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I just don't know what to expect, like truly. And we know that with every single update, there's always so many little there's little like hidden things, like how with one update, like Sahara, you could buy things differently and like just stuff like that. And I just wonder if that's just part of it and they only showed the really big bits, because there were a lot of like mechanic changes to the game. And I think the quality of life stuff and like maybe having a job, I think that might be, I don't know, maybe a smaller part of it.
Yeah.
But I do want to ask you both something though about the Roost, and that is, so we can invite people via Amiibo cards, like NPCs. But do you think we'll be able to invite every single NPC off of every single Amiibo card?
Ooh.
Or just the new ones?
I think just the ones who are already rendered into New Horizons. Yeah. Like, I don't think you'll be able to invite Shrunk. Or
can you imagine?
Whatever,
Yeah, because the artwork would have to exist.
Because they'd have to make it for everybody. Caroline, thank you for the super chat. Caroline says maybe you'll have to craft something or make something for him before he's in the museum.
Maybe.
That's true. Similarly to how we had to upgrade the shop or build the shop and harvest certain materials. Yeah, that's totally possible.
Maybe you have to grow coffee beans.
Citrid, thank you for becoming a member. Another reason I want the job thing to be a thing is because I like the element of having to get to know Brewster, similar to how you have to get to know what's her face in the back of the Able.
Oh, Sable.
Sable, yeah. I can never remember if it's Sable or Mabel. I'm like, whichever one.
Whichever.
So I like that, but I don't know.
I think it's going to be fun. I think the thing is the Able sisters have like kind of a tragic storyline, so I don't know if they would. I'd like to think we can maybe get expansions on some of the like little bits of information that we know. But I know Abel's sisters in particular, they've got like quite a sad like background.
Well, they
like,
need
imagine
to
going to the
reel
roost and you
their
just get pulled
sister
up.
back in. And
Yeah.
they need to, like, I know she's out there living her dream, but her dream does not consist of cute clothing. So she needs to come back. She needs to learn some new patterns, and then she can go back out and make different clothes, because I do not like her clothes.
No, I don't think anyone does. I wonder if she'll be a part of Harv's Island.
Oh, yeah.
Did they show that?
Ooh.
I don't think so. I don't think she was there.
And maybe she'll still be in the plaza? Oh, maybe she'll move in with the Abels. Maybe that's a little Easter egg that we'll get.
Oh, that's another question.
Because everyone else. Oh yeah, go.
Do y'all think that because they're going to be on Harv's Island, they won't appear on our islands anymore? I know that's been a big question.
I think they'll still appear.
I think they'll still appear.
I do too.
Yeah. Mainly because when they showed us the like phone app where you can like walk around and like take selfies and stuff, like they showed
Leaf was there.
I don't know if they would have done that.
Oh,
if
there we go.
Oh,
you're back.
We good?
You're back.
Are we back?
Yeah.
I got a hiccup too.
Yeah, I just don't know if they would I don't know if they would show like Leaf in the plaza with that phone app if he wasn't going to be in the plaza
and
anymore.
They
That's
made
my
that,
like main thing.
Right. They made the new sign for him.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't have made that if
I wonder if I don't know. I'm kind of scared that Cappen's only going to come a few days a week, and like we'll just have to like sit at like the little sticky out bit just like waiting for him to show up. Like I kind of want him to be available all the time. I know he probably won't be, but I would really love that.
I think even a few times a week is generous. I think it'll be kind of like Red or a campsite villager where it's like every once a week maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Trong brought up a good point that if you go to Harv's Island, instead of them being there at their camper, there will probably be a sign that says, "I'm on your island."
Oh.
So instead of them being in both places, they'll just have like a little like "I'm away because I'm on your island" sign.
That'd be
that
so
would be so cute.
Yeah. That'd be so exciting as well. Like just go into the plaza and all of a sudden you see a sign and you're like, "Oh, I gotta go."
Right.
I wonder how expensive it'll be. Did they show that? They didn't show exactly how many bells it's going to be, did they?
I don't think so.
I bet it'll be a pretty penny.
Yeah,
I do.
I know the Reese and Cyrus like customizing the Nook items. I know they're like 5,000 bells each. So to be honest, I feel that's going to be quite a good money sink because I find that we all have so many bells. Like you just get to a point where like you just don't really know what to do with them. Like you know. So I think that'll be good.
I'm also curious, do you think it's going to be every item you're going to be able to customize with Reese and Cyrus? Because they showed the lighthouse was the one they showed off. And then you could see in the inventory, I think it's the soft serve lamp or something like that, which is not a Nook item. That's just a normal item. So do you think it's going to be every item?
Ooh, that would be awesome. I mean, it's not going to be DIY items for sure.
Right.
But anything purchasable,
anything.
If they showed that, and if it was something that would be selectable, then wow, that'd be kind of a game changer, huh?
Because then you wouldn't even have to really trade, right?
Or catalog,
Would it only be stuff that you've cataloged previously? But that wouldn't make sense because then you could just order it. Out of your Nook shopping.
I guess it would be more beneficial for people who don't time travel or don't want to skip ahead a day to get it in their mailbox, maybe. That would be the only benefit.
Right. Ryan, thank you for the super chat. Brewster had a back room full of gyroids. Will he store your gyroids? I don't know because they're so small and cute. I mean, maybe there's like a collectible aspect where you're trying to get all the different ones. I just feel like they're going to be more of like people are using them to decorate with.
Yeah, I don't know how many gyroids there will be either, because in the previous games there were like so many like slim ones, like shorter ones, and like medium-sized ones. I don't know if there's going to be as much variation. And what we were only shown like a maximum of maybe 10 of the gyroids, like, and they were all quite varied as well, but not in the same way that in the older games. Usually you would have like one sort of looking gyroid, and there'd be a tall version and a small version and a medium one. But there were so many. So I don't know if it. I don't know. So I don't know if there would maybe be enough for a sort of gyroid storage. I don't know.
I
So I
could
think I'm
be
just gonna
that.
put them everywhere.
I wonder if gyroids will, or the addition maybe of different styles and colors and whatnot, could be sprinkled in for seasonal updates with the game. Like maybe in spring we get different
That
ones.
would be so
Oh
cute.
my
And that would
gosh.
be a very easy like bone to
Yeah.
throw people, especially now that this massive update in DLC is happening and they're not really going to do anything substantial after this. But if they do
Yeah,
small
right.
seasonal updates, that's something that they could do.
Right.
And maybe then,
Ew.
I don't know, as far as the Brewster thing, as far as him storing it, but it'd be interesting.
Caroline, thank you for the super chat. Maybe there will be more items for Leaf on Harv's Island, but when he's on your own, it's a smaller selection. But you'll have the option to go to Harv's for more.
Oh yeah, totally. And I think that's how we're going to get most of our fruits and vegetables and
Yeah,
all that
definitely.
good stuff.
Oh, I can't wait for the crops. Okay, let's go. Let's move on to the crops.
Yes.
Okay, crops and cooking in the poll was the second most popular. 35%.
That's what I voted for.
35% of people are most excited for crops and cooking. I don't know which I'm most excited for because I go back and forth. I'm very excited about crops and cooking. But with the DLC comes so many new items. So
Yeah.
True.
I'm very excited about both. But crops and cooking, biggest question, do you think it's more than what we saw? Do you think there are more crops than what we saw?
Yeah. Has to be.
Really? Y'all are very confident.
I feel pretty confident about that. I mean, they even said like and more, right? Didn't they
did.
when alluding to it? I don't know how much more. Maybe it's just one other thing, two other things. But I think coffee beans could totally be possible. I think corn. Wait, did they show corn?
No, they
They
showed
did not,
wheat.
did they? They showed wheat, right? I think corn could be a possibility. No, I think it's totally possible.
Yeah. And
As far
think,
as
like,
what, I don't know.
seasonally as well. I think they might, like, I feel like every season they'll focus on things that are in, like, harvest, I guess. I feel that would make sense. So maybe throughout, like, winter there won't be that much, but maybe in spring and summer there might be quite a lot. Who knows?
I was
I
just
also
trying.
wonder if they'll spoil like turnips do. But I would assume not since
Ooh.
pumpkins don't.
Right.
But if we're cooking with them, then I don't know. But
Right.
surely not.
Now, on that topic, do you think we're going to get more fruit trees? Are we going to get lemons and bananas?
I don't know.
Are we going to get...
I
want
don't
lemons
know.
so bad.
I think that would be so cute. But
That would be cute.
I think a lot of the like lemon thing has come about because in one of the recipes there's a little slice of lemon on it, and I think everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, lemons!" But I don't know if it was maybe just like a, like a little.
But I think the one for me that's more telling, and I don't know where it's from. I didn't look into it really. There's this poster
Oh,
that exists in the game.
that sounds
There's a
elusive.
poster and it has a bunch of different items on it, all the different crops, and it's like all of the new crops that they mentioned and then lemons and bananas. So why would they have this poster
Okay, I didn't know that.
with
So
lemons
that's a
and
good point.
bananas?
That also could be the and more that they were referring to with the crops. It really
Right.
could just be two
Yeah.
additional fruit trees.
Yeah.
Interesting. Maybe.
Ooh.
I'll try to find it and I'll send it to you.
That would be so fun. Imagine like lemon furniture series and a banana furniture series. Oh my gosh,
that'd be cute.
get me in there.
I wonder too then if that is the case, if people who restart after the update would have the opportunity to have those native fruits.
Ooh, yeah.
Imagine a yellow airport and lemons.
Lemons, that'd be
Oh
fun.
Gosh, that'd be amazing. I would love that so much.
Hank, thank you for the super chat. The palm trees on grass makes me think changes to the fruit trees are coming. Maybe that was their clue that new fruits could be coming. A lot of people have been focusing on this, the palm trees on the grass, on the... I don't know if it's just on DLC thing, or if it's also in the like on the Cap'n Islands.
Oh,
but
yeah.
they're like straight on the grass. They're not on sand like we have to do right now. I don't know.
Like
that to me just seems like one of those things that like Nintendo can do whatever they want to do. And they just
like
plant things wherever. Kind of like they plant trees next to water all the time.
Yeah.
In the trailers.
I think that's more likely. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I think it would be really fun to have more fruit, mainly because I really love the fruit furniture. I think it's so fun, and especially if you're going for like a certain like color scheme on your island, it's like really nice to add in like all these different like bold colors from the fruits. But I would love like, oh my gosh, imagine like banana stuff. Oh, I would die.
If we get lemons and bananas, my whole island is changing, and I'm just gonna do a yellow.
Yeah,
it's gonna be all yellow all the time.
Yeah,
lemons and banana trees everywhere. Oh my gosh, that would be so.
That would be fun. I'm so curious. I know we're obviously getting different foliage in terms of bushes and all that, but as far as flowers, I wonder what kind of like flower changes we'll see.
Yeah,
if any, but you know, I think we will.
You think we'll get more
stuff and bushes?
Well, we definitely saw some new bushes on Harv's, not Harv's Island, where Captain would take you to the Mystery Islands.
Yeah.
And we saw the vines and things. So I would imagine if they went through the struggle of making new bushes, I think maybe at least 1 or 2 new flowers could easily be rendered in the game. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I would love that.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Please, Nintendo.
Okay, so on the topic of, I'm just kind of going all over the place. There's no rhyme or reason to this. Kim, thank you for the super chat. On the topic of Cap'n Islands, I feel like there are lots of things to talk about. Yeah. Will it be limited? You can only go once a day. You can only go when he's there. He only comes, a couple times a week. And then once you get there, is the only benefit of Cap'n for people who don't time travel to have access to out-of-season stuff? Obviously, we saw the vines and the bushes. It cannot just be the vines and the bushes.
Yeah.
There has to be some other thing that you're doing or that you're collecting, or I don't know. I just feel like that's not enough. Like, if that's the case, I will be there one time to get my vines and bushes.
I want to say, like, when they were showing the gyroids in the direct, I want to say that it at least looked aesthetically like it could be one of those mystery islands. So it could be the opportunity to harvest those and farm those. Maybe that's the only place where you can find these banana and lemon trees as well.
Right.
But in terms of accessibility, I think it's going to be super limited just in terms of you're paying Nook miles, you're not paying bells. So you actually do have to get those. And then I don't think he's going to be there every day. Or maybe there's a way where on the dock you can summon him there. I don't know. But I don't think he's going to be there daily. I think it's going to be
you can summon him.
Maybe
maybe there's like a whistle.
You just stand on the dock and do like a
some
chant.
Fish bait.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like what you said about the lemon trees and banana trees being on the island makes sense, because that's very reminiscent of New Leaf. When you would go to the island and you'd be able to get the durian and the bananas and whatever else was on there.
Ooh, what about new bugs?
And the
Can
bugs.
you imagine new bugs? Because there were certain things you could only get on like Tortimer's Island in New Leaf. Like you could only get certain types of beetles and stuff, I'm pretty sure. So I'm like wondering.
Oh, I would just sit there on that island for hours.
Me too.
Collecting beetles and sharks and whatever else was there. Caroline, thank you for the super chat. Caroline says, I'm curious about the cliff color change on Mystery Islands.
Yes.
True.
I don't know what I feel like it just is to distinguish that island from your normal island. That's me.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to be able to change cliff color. I think the grass is like squares instead of triangles or something. Yeah. And then the cliff color is different. I think that's just to distinguish.
It's just a design choice.
Just an aesthetic.
Not really a...
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so fun if we could like change... Oh my gosh, that'd be so good. Oh,
Oh,
That'd be
Alex
amazing.
says, low level, I think Katrina will give you a fortune concerning Cap'n. That
That
could
could be
cool.
interesting. Do y'all think that on these islands we'll be able to villager hunt as well? Or do you think these are just totally separate?
I don't think so.
I
Because
don't
then
think so.
it would break that system that already exists.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because
I think they would have shown it as well if you could find like I don't know. I like the idea of these like mystery islands, but if it's just for the purpose of like vines and bushes, I'm kind of gonna be like it'll be fun the first time and then after that I'll be like, cool.
Next.
I'll just I'll see if I can buy them off someone. Like
Yeah.
Right.
So I hope there's like more point to those islands, but I don't know if it's villager hunting. I don't know if it's that.
Yeah.
I think it'll be mostly the seasonal aspect, how you can,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe get those out of season bugs and fish and stuff. Like find, being able to catch sharks in the winter. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then I think the gyroid element could totally be a part of it too. But I don't know. Time will tell. Here's a question. Which NPC, Captain or Brewster, who do you think is going to show up first? Or do you think it'll be totally random?
I don't know.
I think it'll be Brewster.
Yeah.
I think it'll be Brewster.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know though. Oh my gosh. There's so much.
It's
okay.
so much to think about, and I feel like we won't really know anything until literally like 5 minutes into us playing it. It'll be like, okay, cool, and that's what like makes me feel stressed. Because I'm like,
I can feel my heart rate elevating.
yeah,
thinking
me
about
too.
it.
Like, I'm gonna load up the game at like 2 a.m. and I'll be like, right, where do I go? What do I do? Like, I don't know. I feel like Brewster will do a halves and like just kind of walk around for a little bit, and then we're like, hey, you're new here.
You're a pigeon on my island. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Pigeon walking around on my island.
Okay, so
I think that makes the most sense.
I've gone over. Okay, thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate that. I made a video on like what my order of operations is going to be that day. When I log in, I've got my I'm ready to
Spreadsheet.
go. Yeah, I've got a spreadsheet ready. So
I need to watch that because I'm lost.
What's the
Me
first
too.
thing you're going to go do when you log on?
I think I'll run around really overwhelmed. Like I think I'll because I do it on stream. Like when I'm when there's a lot going on, I tend to I just like run around, and I think I'll feel like that as well. I think I'll feel kind of like I'll just run until I find something that's new, because it's just going to be like, do you go for the DLC first? Do you go and I literally don't know.
Yeah.
I'm stressed out.
Like
I know, even thinking about it. I'll probably do the same, where I'll just like run, and if something presents itself, like if I bump into Brewster, great, that'll be the first thing I do. But if there's nothing thrown at me immediately, I think I'm gonna go to Harv's Island first.
Yeah.
So at least we know that that's actionable, or at least I think it is. It sucks. We like go and then nothing's there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very overwhelmed thinking about it too. I can't wait to play the DLC. I think that's what I would like to do first, but also I don't know. It's so much. I also need to make like an itinerary for myself because I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I'm planning on doing update first and then DLC.
Yeah.
And like I have
That
a
seems
whole
like it makes
plan.
sense.
Like I'm going to go to resident services first, and I want to look at the Nook Mile items because I want to see what they all look like.
Oh,
then,
good. Yeah, good.
That's a good idea.
Good
While
idea.
I'm in there, I got to go talk to Tom Nook, and I got to look at all the house customizations and
I forgot
upgrade
about
my
that.
storage while I'm there. Then I have to grab
honestly can't deal
Bells.
with
Then I have to grab Bells so I can go to Harv's Island and I can pay off all the gyroids so I can get all the shops open over there. If it's even possible. You may only be able to do like one a day or something. Who knows?
I think so. Yeah.
And then after that, it's kind of like wherever it takes me. Like I want to go on a Cap'n Island just to see what's going on, but Andy says you get the froggy chair first, Holly. Andy, dear mama, thank you for the
honest,
super
Makes
chat.
sense.
I will try and scout it out first. I'll be like, okay, where am I getting this thing? I feel like it'll just be like a Nook item though. Oh no, it's a DIY, isn't it? It's a DIY.
Is
Is
it?
it DIY? I think
so.
so.
But you have to go to. We also have to go to Nooks. I want to get the DIYs for
no.
like cooking. I want to see what's in there. Do I have
the ladder DIY kit?
New stuff.
I forgot about that. That's gonna be so good.
The ladder,
It's too much. It's really too much.
It really is
really
too much.
Appreciate like all of the. It was so funny because I felt everyone was really excited, and then all of a sudden everyone was really overwhelmed, and part
immediate
of
anxiety.
Yeah, like God, I wish they had kind of done it in 2 parts. I'm really happy with everything they're throwing at us, but like for people with anxious dispositions.
Yeah, well, and I know this is not everyone is in the boat of being a content creator, but for a content creator too, it's like, where do we start? Like, where do we even begin with this? Like,
that's a whole other thing. And I think it's like, who's going to be the first to do this, and who's going to be the first to do that, and like, what's the best thing to focus on, and what do we want to do, and like that. Yeah, there is stress.
It's like it's a race to get it done.
Yeah,
and I'm
the weirdest way.
Yeah.
So I'm trying my best, I guess, to remove myself from that mindset and really just genuinely enjoy the process and not hurry through it, because, after a year and a half, a lot of people were having tons of burnout with the game. So the last thing that I at least want to do for myself is check off all the boxes too quickly to where I didn't appreciate what we were just given. With that said, that's going to be way easier said than done, because I'm going to want to do everything immediately. Who doesn't? But I think Harv's Island will probably be my first stop. But you make a really good point about going and cataloging anything that's already new, because then once you start playing the DLC, I mean, you're going to want to incorporate some of those new items as well, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Right. Now,
I need to catalog a bunch of stuff.
Do you use treasure islands? Do you time travel? Do you?
Yeah.
You do all the things.
Oh yeah, okay. I do all the.
Cool.
I do all the
same. We're all on the same wavelength.
I do all the no-nos.
Okay.
Do I time travel and use treasure?
So I've seen a lot of people who already do those things, which I obviously do them as well. Now I don't promote or condone paying real money to go to treasure islands.
Yeah.
Don't do that. There are free ones. You can go to free treasure islands. But are you planning on taking it slow and not trying to get stuff that way? Or are you all in, you're going day one, whenever you see a treasure island with the stuff?
Oh, that's tempting.
I'm not. I'm going to try and... The thing is for me is like, I genuinely, the stuff they're adding into the game is stuff that I will, especially with getting like the currency, the like pokies, I think that's what it's called. Like I'm looking forwards to actually getting that and like trying to get these items. Like genuinely, I'm not like, I'm going to go to Treasure Island and pick up all the new items that you can get with it. But I would probably say kind of like when it was released, like when March last year, it took me about 2 to 3 months to kind of get into like treasure islands and catalog islands, and it was kind of like, I don't know, I was kind of ashamed to say it at the time because no one else was really doing it, or at least no one was talking about it.
No, it was very scandalous, I feel like.
Yeah, I was like, no, I don't do that. And
I felt like dirty. Like, do I need to shower? Like, what just happened? And now it's very, there are generous people out there that let you do it for free. And
right.
Yeah.
Until you told Bobby about it, and then...
And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, basically, they're hacked in. He was like, no, but maybe they went out and like found all those items. I'm like, no, there's like 100 stacks of regular wood that just like disappear and come up again. Right. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. See, I'm kind of I don't know.
I think it's hard when you content create as well. I think I think, and I was talking about this with my community, I think it was like yesterday or I can't remember when, but it was like when you're not content creating, it's kind of like I think you can take things a little bit slower, but when you're wanting to like make like update content, and there is that element of I need that item though, and when is it going to show up? So I think there's also a struggle there with like wanting to create fun builds, and I think it's really hard. Yeah.
Right. That's very true. I guess it just kind of depends on how you enjoy playing Animal Crossing. If you enjoy the grind and you like crafting and you really like putting that elbow grease into your island, then of course, then you're going to play it that way. But if you really enjoy making a plethora of new like island aesthetics and you want to just build and like, you're like, I don't care about these other gameplay elements, that's what I want to do and that's how I want to play my game, then yeah, by all means do that. So I don't know. I think maybe I'll probably use them. I'm not gonna lie. I think I will, just because I keep thinking about the DLC, and I love interior decorating in the game, and I really don't do it much on my actual channel. Because I kind of like, that's my me time, kind of like when I play The Sims, like that's my me time. But I really, really can't wait to incorporate as many items as I can in the DLC with like the wall. Like I've just spent the last week trying to get every single wallpaper cataloged, just so that way I can have that at my disposal, you know?
Right.
So I would imagine I probably will. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Not gonna lie.
I've accepted that I'm not the person who's going to play it slow. I've just I tried. I had an island and I was like, I'm not accepting gifts from anyone. I'm gonna use Nookazon to get everything. I'm not gonna time travel.
I tried it.
And then a few weeks later I was like, no, let's decorate. That's just what I like doing. That's just what I like.
And that's totally fine. There's no right or wrong way to play Animal Crossing. Like there's obviously a way that it was maybe intended by the game's creators, but everyone makes their experience. That's why we all have our own individual islands, you know. It's to make it our own and play the game. Yeah, exactly. You know, no written rules. So I think that's kind of the beauty of the game as well, is like there are so many different ways you can play it. Northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, time traveling, you know, you name it. So I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so the only other, we need to talk about Harv's Island a little bit more, I think. On Harv's Island, I'm most interested really in Harriet and Katrina because we haven't seen them yet in this game. Harriet, do you think she's going to have any purpose after you get all of her hairstyles? I wish they hadn't done that. I wish that they would have, like, she would have had exclusive hairstyles and hair colors that you had to get from her. But like once you get them, you have learned them.
You can do them,
and you don't have to go back to her for it.
That's silly.
Which I don't like. I wish she had just been like, you know.
Yeah, I assumed like there were exclusive hairstyles and colors that you could only get from her always. I guess I didn't realize she would teach you how to do them and then you could use them in a mirror at any given point. Yeah. It's kind of lame.
I hope she doesn't become redundant really quickly, but like I have this thought of like, what if they only showed us a couple of them, and what if you can like mix and match hair colors? Like I would love that. Like I would love to have my green hair back in game, like my dip dye green hair. I would love that so much. But I feel like that they would have shown some of maybe like mixing and matching colors, and imagine if you could put like a stamp tool on your hair, so like kind of in The Sims when there's a little stamp tool.
Cute.
That would be so fun. I think Katrina is a really interesting topic because that kind of means that we've got bad luck back in the game, not just with the King Tut mask. Like we have got bad luck, and like what does it mean when we have actual bad luck? Flowers don't die in the game.
So
like weeds then maybe, or
if my weeds start dying, I'm gonna be very upset. Those are.
Oh, I meant weeds would like populate more.
Oh, okay. I'm all for that.
Which is fine. Yeah,
I'm all for. Those are like strategically placed.
I think like with the farming element, crops could probably wither and die.
That's a good idea.
Or maybe they're less likely to grow into multiples or something. Like how. Oh, goodness me.
Or maybe just, this was in past games too, right? Where just villagers would kind of be jerks, right?
I want them to be mean to me.
Me too.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm horrible.
Roast me.
Right.
Roast me, Bo. We have it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Katrina, we don't really know what her impact is, but also another one for me is the ordinances. And specifically the beautiful island one. What exactly is that going to... Obviously, okay, so Night Owl and Early Bird, we know what those are going to do. Mm-hmm. The bell, I think it's called Bell Boom. You're just going to get more bells.
Yeah, you get sell more things. Like... It's like 20% more or something like that.
It's inflation.
What does it... what does it mean on a New Horizons island to have a beautiful island? Because...
I don't know. Maybe more chocolate.
Right, that's subjective.
Yeah. Flowers don't die on New Horizons. So
I don't.
if it's
I
the
don't
weed,
know.
someone said the last one controls weed growth. If it's that, I'm going to be grouchy about it.
It could also just mean more flowers populating and more hybrids appearing. Yeah.
More chance of like gold roses maybe if you plant them. But like,
okay. I'm going to go.
I literally,
Kato. Like, no.
they're not my fave, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm going to go early bird then. I can't do that.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do early bird for sure.
I think early bird as well.
Yeah. I go to bed at like 9 o'clock, so.
Fair.
Yeah, I want him to like walk around in the morning at like 5 o'clock. I think that would be so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon the dialogue would change as well, because then villagers would talk about kind of how, I don't know, like how nice it is when the sun's rising. I think it could be some really cute like conversation topics, I feel.
Dude, they have
on what
coffee now. There are no excuses for getting up early. They have caffeine at the ready in this update. So, you know.
Okay, so another question. What are some realistic things that you think might... Is that my cat? That you think might be included that they didn't even touch on in the direct? Like, obviously, we've discussed the potential for lemon trees, banana trees, all those things. Is there anything else you think that maybe is in here? And I'll tell you mine that I think could be, and I would love it if they were. It's things like, can we finally plant trees next to water and on cliffs? I would love that if that just existed.
That would be amazing.
Oh my gosh,
customizable
yes,
bridges.
please.
We've got customizable fences. Can we customize the bridge? When I think about this, I mainly think about the iron bridge that now does not match the iron fence.
Yeah.
If you customize it. So, can we customize bridges?
I definitely see the possibility of additional styles.
Yeah.
I don't know about customization. That'd be pretty cool. And I don't see why not. But like, they increased the bridge and incline amount from 8 to 10, which awesome, great. Thank you, Nintendo. But yeah, I think we could see additional styles for sure. I don't know about customization. That'd be so cool.
Right.
I think additional styles, because if they're gonna up, I feel like how many of each we can have, would it not make sense to also kind of just add in a couple more? Or like even
exactly.
I would love even like some accessories that we could put on bridges, you know, like cute little like lookout points or signs, or maybe we can like place stuff on bridges instead. And I don't really know.
Yeah. Someone pointed out, they said some fences are customizable, not all of them. And I think for me, that just means I don't think the holiday fences will be customizable.
Yeah.
Mermaid fencing,
cool.
bunny day fencing, spooky fencing. I don't think we'll be able to customize those. But I think we'll for sure be able to customize. I mean, I've seen a different version of the iron fencing in the direct. Obviously, the simple wooden fencing, the lattice fencing, all those will be customizable. So,
do you think hedge fencing? Because that's what I'm hoping for. The hedge and corral are like my two that I use all the time. So
I love those.
Hedge fencing. But what would they do? Add flowers on it or something?
Maybe flowers.
That's the only thing. Or like maybe because it doesn't change seasonally, does it?
It does.
It does. Okay. Then yeah, maybe it would just be flowers.
Flowers or like something.
Cute.
I'd like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not getting my hopes up, but it is on my wish list that we can customize the hedge fencing.
Cluckster, thank you for the super chat. Do you think them adding additional inclines hints at them opening up the 4th level?
Ooh, I hadn't thought about that.
I hadn't thought about that either.
And we have all those ladders now. That's
yeah. And also, I know that it was like a glitch, but we had it before when like the photo app, you could remove all the UI, and then it ended up coming in an update. So it's kind of like, we know we can get up there, we know we can place items there, so why would they not?
What's the point of having it if we can't do anything up there?
Yeah, like
no idea.
Why would it not just be completely blocked off, like a hollow bit of the map, like, you know, like in normal games, so there's like a block, like an invisible wall or something, or I feel that could be, maybe that would be cool. But
that could be
I think for me, I know it's a really big, I feel like it's a really hot topic, but I think my hidden feature that I think there will be, I genuinely think there might be some form of bulk crafting, especially with maybe food, and also bulk buying. It might not be as bulk as we want, but it might be like by 5, like by 1, by 5, by 10. Like I feel like it might just increase slightly. We've got like, because we've got more storage slots opening, we've got so many more, we just got so much more stuff. I feel like it would make sense. I don't know. I feel that would make sense, if I'm honest.
Right.
Yeah,
Ginny,
especially now that we're going to have storage of 5,000. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's so much, yeah. Ginny, thank you for the super chat. Back to ordinances. On Nintendo's website, it says you can control the growth of weeds. Also, I want bridges to go from cliff to cliff. I want that too. I don't think that's coming.
That would, oh my gosh, imagine.
Okay, well then I don't want the beautiful island. I like my weeds growing
Yeah,
everywhere.
I want an ugly island ordinance.
I want an
really.
ugly island. I have one more that I think is super important and would be so easy for them to add, and if it doesn't come, I'm going to be so confused. Being able to change your island name and your character name. Why does that not exist already? I don't understand the reasoning. Obviously with the island name, some people just have names they don't like anymore, or sometimes you want to change your island name seasonally or for themes or whatever.
Oh, that would be so fun. Yeah.
And then the actual name, there are just so many situations where people are changing their names in real life.
Yeah.
Totally.
And maybe a previous name is now triggering or whatever the reason. So I just don't see why we can't change our names. I don't know.
Agree. And a lot of people too, they'll have their resident be a different character that might fit a theme of an island. Like you might have Mickey Mouse be a resident of a Disney island, right? Where it's not actually you playing as yourself, but you're playing as kind of this third party character. So yeah, I feel like that should totally be doable.
That surely, I feel like that would make sense.
Ryan, thank you for the super chat. I also heard the beautiful ordinance. It also gives you a better chance of different hybrids. I can totally see that. Michaela, thank you. New bushes in bloom all year or specific times. Oh, that would be kind of cute.
Yeah, I wish we could control that.
Yeah.
That would be really fun, for sure.
And Sarah, thank you. I was an avid watcher of Bobby, and that's how I found Holly and then Kato. He would be so proud to see you continuing Breaking Bells. Love y'all. Thank you, Sarah.
Aww. Sarah's so cute. I love you.
So cute, yeah, I can't think of anything. I don't know. There's so much that could be hidden in here.
Yeah, I think there will be loads. I think there'll be loads hidden because they always do updates and they don't show like the stuff that we actually kind of are really excited for. Like, didn't they change something with, was it Abel's or the design portal or something? They just didn't even mention it in the update trailer that was around that time. But that was such a big thing. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, we can now access this. And I don't know. I just think there's so much. They maybe felt like they couldn't add everything in.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if we even had like just maybe 50 more custom design slots.
Yeah.
Something like that would be nice.
Kato's like, yes.
Because even like we're at 100 now, right? So even that, it was a huge difference from just having 50 or whatever it was before. But even now it's like, oh man, I only have 2 spots left. Let me find some more. So that'd be interesting.
Yeah. Shantae, thank you. Do you think Gulliver will bring back the items from New Leaf like the Eiffel Tower?
Ooh, I would love that. I would love like older Gulliver items to be a thing. I don't know if they will do that, like, but I feel like it would be cool if he did that for like design purposes. He had a lot of really cool items, to be honest, so it would be nice.
Yeah,
it would be nice.
How do you feel about the Diana said with Colin's paths we definitely need more slots? Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
His path, it's unreal.
It's so good.
It's unreal. wait, what was I? Oh, a lot of the Nook Mile items seem to be previous public works projects items. Do you
Oh
think
my
we're
gosh,
gonna
if they brought
get?
those back.
Do you think we're gonna get all of the previous public works projects, or?
I don't think we will, but for me that would be such an amazing thing because for anyone that hasn't maybe like played New Leaf, your villagers would be like, hey, here's a list of things we want on the island, and it would be like a bench, or it would be the police station, or it would be all these various things. And it was just such a fun thing to work towards. I mean, they wouldn't really donate towards it, like, you know, just putting it out there. It's not like they would really help. They would just ask. And you would just there was just silly little things like cut out stands. I know we have it, we can place anywhere, so I get that we have that already, but it would be cool if they added that back in, just because I think the dialogue would be better with villagers. I think there would be more things to kind of celebrate. I think it would add a lot more charm. For sure.
Yeah.
I think if the game creators and the people in charge of the updates, if they've learned anything over the last year, it's that a lot of Animal Crossing players really, really crave the nostalgia from previous titles. And they gave us a lot that alludes back to old games, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if they really kind of threw in just the kitchen sink and really, really went back and gave us those.
Oh, I would love it.
Gave them all, you know?
Right. Nikki, thank you so much. You three are the cutest. That's so nice. How do you feel about Treasure Islands? We kind of talked about this earlier. We are all guilty of Treasure Island.
What's the
usage.
Treasure Island?
I am pro Treasure Island for sure.
But to clarify, do not pay real money to visit them.
Yes.
And if you're having trouble, I would say Twitch is the easiest place to find them. You can literally just go over there and search Treasure Island or Free Treasure Island. And there will be people streaming 24/7 with Treasure Island. I think they do it on YouTube now too.
I've seen a few on YouTube,
all the time. Treasure Islands, and
I think if people do pay for them, as long as it's not like through the roof, I feel like there's an element of it that's like, okay, if you're getting like to an island where there's less traffic, then I feel like it makes more sense. But there are loads of free ones though. Like, I definitely don't think anyone needs to pay, but like for someone like I'm really impatient as a person. Like, I don't want to be stuck in my airport for a little while. I just want to get there and go and come back like really quick.
Right.
So I feel like it kind of depends, but
just know that if you do that, it's against Nintendo terms of service.
And you're not supposed to do
you're
that.
Risking
just don't get scouted by people.
You're risking your account if you do it that way.
Yeah.
If you do a couple of like Twitter searches, and there are several Discord servers too, where they're not only like free, but you can schedule a time to go as well, have a place to yourself. So they do exist. And it's just a lot of people that are incredibly generous and are like, go take as many trips as you want, you know? So there's some good ones out there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same with Catalog Islands. There's like a bunch of like free ones, and they're like fine.
Yeah. Lenny, thank you so much. Did anyone notice there's an 1800 Nook Mile Custom Designs Pattern Plus available for purchase? Could this be more design slots? I don't think so. I think that's the ability to customize your clothing with the sable patterns.
Yeah.
Is what
I think
that was my understanding too. Maybe purchasing that does unlock more pattern slots, but I think that's more so using the sable fabric.
Michaela, thank you. Is anyone stocking up on turnips for cooking? I never even thought of that.
I hadn't thought of that at all, actually. That's a good point.
It'd be interesting if we could plant our own and grow them. I don't think that'll happen though, because it takes the fun out of purchasing them. That'd be interesting because they spoil so quickly though. I don't know.
Yeah.
Imagine if you could like no longer buy them and you just had to like grow them.
Oh my gosh. Daisy May just loses her job.
Yep. Run her out of business.
Obsolete. Okay, so is there anything else? Hang on, let me get Todd to come get my cat. Is there anything else within the update that we haven't talked about? Because then we're going to move on to the DLC. We'll probably go back and forth still, but within the update, is there anything else? We talked about Brewster, Cap'n, Harv's Island. cliff ladders, which I'm so excited for.
Cliff ladders.
Trong, thank you for the super chat, asks, do you think the next Animal Crossing game will be on the Switch or the next system? I think it'll be on the next system, I think the next system will be... I think the next system will still be a Switch. It'll be like a Switch Pro or a Switch 2. I don't think they're abandoning this style of console.
No.
Oh, it's so convenient. I love it.
It's the best. The Switch is the best system to ever exist. I'm just stating that.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here.
Yeah.
But you say that, but like my mum, for example, she plays Animal Crossing all the time. The Switch is the only console she has probably played in about 20 years. It's the only one that she finds really handy. She takes it to work. Like she can't do that with others that are new. So I feel like Switch is the best.
Zeta, thank you so much. Let's say thank you to these 3 incredible and truly beautiful creators who bring us endless content and create such amazing communities. That's so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. So okay. Nice.
Oh, we didn't talk about polishing furniture.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, what is that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But the memes make me laugh. Like, where's that statue of David? Like, it's just so funny.
Where's the
Oh, this is a good point. Sunflower, thank you for the 8 months, by the way. Now that villagers are going to come into our house, is there anything specific they can do?
I forgot about that.
I forgot about that too. I know previously you would like invite them over at a certain time and you would have like little, I don't want to call them dates because they weren't dates and that makes it sound weird.
Dates,
a little friendship
play dates.
Yeah,
then they wouldn't leave.
Play date with your villager. But I don't know. Will they be able to interact? Are they just going to walk around your house and bounce around like they do on your birthday? Or are they going to...
Yeah, well, in previous games, they would just kind of like float around. They'd be like, oh, I like this item. But then like they would not leave. Like I remember the amount of times that I'd be like, I'm going now. And like you just head out the door and they're like, oh, you're going? I guess I'll go too. Like it's so awkward.
Right.
That's pretty funny. I would imagine they just interact with furniture, put on the record player, stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay, now this kind of involves the DLC, but it's coming over to the actual game. The ability to decorate the inside of a villager's house. Do you think it's only going to be the inside, or do you think it's going to be the exterior as well?
I think just the inside.
I think just inside.
I know, but I don't want it to be. I want to do the outside.
I know, I wish. I also wish that the actual update had the same ability to decorate exteriors as if the DLC showcased how you can kind of like pick up and drop items like you do when decorating your interiors of your homes. But
that would just be such a challenging mechanic on such a large scale. But I can see that mechanic moving forward in a future version of the game.
Maybe.
Lauren, thank you so much. How many event seasonal updates do you think there will be with this update, especially for Turkey and Toy Day? Do you mean like how many items? Or just what's included? I think, okay, as far as the holiday updates, I think we won't know how long they're continuing support for the game until Bunny Day. If they do another Bunny Day and maybe add a couple more items, then we'll know it's going to go on for another year. But if they don't, then I assume at that point they will just unlock everything and you can just time travel and do whatever you want to do at whatever point. And it'll just be, the holidays will be there, but it'll be all the same stuff. There will be nothing different.
It's weird though because it was like that in previous games, but it was okay in previous games. But I feel like with this one, it's a lot more. Even me, like I criticize this game as well. Like even though in New Leaf we have the same Halloween items for like 8 years, 8 years plus because it's still people are still playing it. I don't know. To be honest, Halloween I usually play. Bunny Day, I will say, scares the life out of me, so I don't really play it. Toy Day is always on a really awkward day of the year for me personally. Like, it's Christmas Eve. Like, I'm, sorry, family. I'm just going to put you to one side for a minute. Although with my mum this year, it might be different. Who knows?
Right. See, I kind of like Bunny Day. I feel like Bunny Day gets a bad rap.
I think it's him. I think it's the bunny. I think it's that makes me feel like this. It feels very dystopian. Like, when you walk away, he sighs and he stops, and like, it's just menacing. Yeah.
Ginny, thank you so much for the super chat. Let's talk new villagers. Which are you most looking forward to?
I like Petrie.
Oh, Petrie's cute. Did you see her without her glasses, with different glasses on?
No.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to send it to y'all right now.
She's cute. I'm also so happy she's a she.
Me too.
And we love women in science. Like, it's just so exciting. Before they actually did expose like their personalities and genders and all that, I was really excited about Shino, or Shino, however it's pronounced. Just, she looks so cool.
Yeah.
I would say those two, but mostly Petrie. I love her.
Sasha, the boy bunny.
I have a very unpopular opinion about Sasha. Not for me.
Not for you? I think he's so cute.
I love him. He's like a little anime bunny. I love him. He's like really the Judy.
Yeah, I think similar to Judy. Like, I never got on that train.
Yeah. I didn't with Judy in all fairness.
Pastels.
Right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. I like Ione as well. I think it's how you say it. Ione. I think
Ione's cute.
Yeah.
I thought Ione was going to be a boy.
Me too.
But,
yeah.
I think it's like, I really like Petrie or Petrie, whatever I don't know how you pronounce the name, but I think it's really nice. I think it breaks down a couple of like stereotypes that we've got going on in Animal Crossing that we've had for many years. So I think it's kind of nice to see different personality types and genders on different villagers. I think it's just a fun mixture, like I like that. I like that a lot.
I wish they would have just gone there and they would have given us like a boy Peppy or a girl Lazy.
Yeah,
just go there. Just do it already. Let's go.
Because they kind of did it with like their exterior, right? Like their
you could tell they're wanting to. They want to go in that direction. They're just
they're like, you could tell they wanted Sasha to be Peppy and like, but
yeah. Okay, so what Lauren was asking is like, what do we think is going to be included in the holiday updates? I think we'll just get like 1 or 2 items, if that.
Yeah,
that tracks. I mean, this past year, that's kind of what they did with Bunny Day and the other, even the fireworks and all that happens in the summertime. It's essentially the same event, just a couple new items.
Mm-hmm. And I think they dropped the ball with Halloween. I don't know if they accidentally included it in the update that we got, and it was just too early.
I thought that as well.
Because, like, I mean, I appreciated it because I already had all the stuff and I could decorate my whole island with the new stuff.
Yeah.
But it just made Halloween seem very... And I think getting the direct and we're all excited about what's to come. Halloween is just like, everyone's over it.
It's also so odd that they time locked Halloween of all things, like why? Yeah. I was trying to play it yesterday and I forgot that they time locked it.
I had to switch my thing to Australia yesterday so I could play it.
Yeah. I don't like. I think I'll probably do Halloween. I think I'll do that in game. But I think with all the update hype, I genuinely, even on my feed, no one was really making Halloween content. And then all of a sudden, the other day, I was like, oh yeah, it's Halloween.
Yeah.
Because we've just been given this huge amount of news that it's oh yeah, Halloween, yeah.
Right.
See you later. But it's so fun though. But it's not. I don't know why. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Kay, thank you so much. I know this is way off in left field, but I would really like the ability for Brewster to kick your villagers out.
It's so funny that you say that because I was thinking when you were talking, Kato, about features that may come to be that are just, not announced or really expected, but plausible. In the back of my mind, and I didn't say it out loud, but I was wondering if, that feature with Isabel, how you can complain about certain villagers, if that would actually increase their likelihood to leave.
I would love
instead
that.
of it'd be great.
Okay, the whole talking to Isabel thing is so pointless.
It does nothing. What does it do?
Yeah. It doesn't do
anything.
anything.
The only thing it does is it removes it for that day. That's my biggest gripe with it, is if you complain that they're saying something, it only lasts for that day. If you complain about what they're wearing, it only lasts for that day. You know what I really want to be able to do?
Yeah.
I want to be able to pick my villagers' outfits. So they can all be cute.
Oh, that'd be fun.
With little set cute them outfits.
Yeah, that would be really fun. Yeah. I think Isabel should have more power when it comes to look, I really want this person off my island. I want to complain about them. I feel they did it because she's kind of a nervous, she's quite a nervous kind of character. And I think maybe they did it like that to kind of fit into her personality. But it would be so nice if we could just be look, we're not really getting on with this villager. Can we yeet him off the island? And then I'll go find someone new. I would love that. I would be doing it all the time. And then you wouldn't be time traveling to boot people off left, right, and center. It would just be, hey, I don't like this person. Let's get rid of him.
Yeah.
Dispose of him.
Yeah. 4 wins. Thank you so much. Do you think this Turkey Day will have hidden changes to make us cook the dishes for Franklin?
I think it's totally possible that more crops and items will be involved. Yeah.
Yeah. And Christmas as well could be a thing. And
we can have a Christmas feast. Yeah. I wonder if do you guys think the Roost is going to be closed on holidays? Probably not.
Oh,
the
shop
I hope
isn't,
not. Yeah.
If they do Isabel that dirty, they're going to do Brewster dirty as well.
Carisi, thank you so much for becoming a gold member. And Brewster, thank you so much. Seeing my first Breaking Bells. Really excited for the gyroids, especially the little clown-looking one from the direct. Remember to like the stream. Yes, if you haven't liked the stream yet, please like it. I'm excited about all the gyroids, honestly.
Me too. I love the blobfish one. The blobfish one is my favorite.
Yeah. I love that you can customize them. That was genius.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so we haven't really touched on the DLC as a whole at this point.
Yeah.
And there's a lot to unpack there too. There's just so much. We've already been talking for over an hour, and
there's too much to talk about.
There's so much stuff.
Way too much.
Okay,
DLC, I pre-ordered. Did you guys pre-order it?
I pre-ordered. Well, I have the expansion pack thing.
That's what I have.
That's what you're doing? Okay.
Yeah. Because I have... And it's very confusing to people, especially, I think the Animal Crossing community specifically has a lot of people in it who are maybe new to gaming in general. 100%. And I feel like they made it very confusing by doing it that way and having it included. I mean, I appreciate it.
That was a very interesting choice. And I'm surprised because of the cost of I paid for the annual one for a family plan because I've got 2 Switches. I've got my mum. She wouldn't really know what to do, I don't think. And then I've got some friends and people in the community that I know. So, but it was I don't know. I feel like it's I feel like it's been made a bit more confusing than it needs to be.
Yeah.
Agreed.
By them doing it like that. I think it's if you do it that way, the moment that ends, the membership ends, you then lose that part of the game. And I think that's what not everyone realizes is well, if you then cancel your family plan or whatever, or your expansion pass, you then don't have that DLC going forwards. But I don't think that was made clear. Yeah. I just can't believe it's included.
That's also why I did buy it separately. I'll probably still do an individual plan just to access all the Nintendo 64 games and that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, I don't know if I would ever get subscription fatigue, so I just purchased it on its own,
Yeah.
I've just done it for a year.
I mean, we have quite a few people here, so let me do my best to kind of go over what we're talking about. If you're still confused, because it's a lot to unpack, okay? So first and foremost, there are 2 separate things within New Horizons that they talked about in the Direct. They talked about the update, the 2.0 update, which is free for everyone. You will get that no matter what. Then they talked about the Happy Home Paradise DLC. And if you don't know, DLC just means downloadable content. It's a very common thing that games have. After the game's been out for a while, a lot of games will have DLC to continue interest and, people playing the game. Okay, so you've got your two different things. You're going to get the update stuff no matter what. Brewster, Cap'n, all the things. If you want Happy Home Paradise, where you go to the archipelago and you get to decorate the villager homes and all the stuff that comes along with that, there are two different ways you can go about getting it. The first way, and probably the most popular way, is you have to pay $25. What is that for you, Holly?
About £20.
£20.
About $19.99, I think is what it is.
$25 or whatever conversion that is where you live. You'll pay $25. You will own it. It will not go away. And you just go, all you have to do is go on the eShop. I think it's like on the first page at this point.
Yeah.
You just click on it, pay for it. You can, someone said not Kato being our gaming mom to explain stuff to us. Okay, and a lot of people were also confused about the point of pre-ordering. Okay, so you don't get anything special for pre-ordering.
No.
However, the benefit to pre-ordering is you can download the DLC at that time.
You pre-install it.
So once it comes out, all you have to do is log into the game. There will be a quick update, but then you'll be ready to go like that. It only really matters if you want to play right away. It's not going to sell out. It's on the eShop. You're good to go.
Yeah, it's
you
like
don't
unlimited.
Have to worry. Right.
Yeah,
you don't have to worry about that.
I don't think they're not even making a physical copy of this game.
No physical version, only on the eShop. Or you can get it at a retail, you can normally get codes or stuff at different retailers.
Like a little card, and then you take it home and redeem it.
Right.
I would say, because I'm seeing in the chat a lot of saying well, the expansion pass doesn't really make sense. It's better just to kind of buy it outright. But the reason, for me, I got the expansion pass is because I've got about 5 people in my life that want the DLC, and I've got 2 Switches as well. So it's kind of I could, and I also want the Nintendo 64 stuff. So I kind of feel like if you want the Nintendo 64 stuff, you've got multiple Switches or multiple people that you want to have on a family plan. And here's the thing, with me, I mean, I don't, it's not happened with Animal Crossing yet, but a year is a long time. So if you buy that year, no one has to worry about the kind of buying the DLC outright. It's either hundreds of pounds versus £60 for a full year. And then if at the end of next year, I'm okay, I want to keep playing this, I'll just renew it. And then all of my friends and family members and both of my Switches, I think it just depends, or even if, for example, if you've got 8 people, including you, on a family plan, and you all chip in, £5 or, under $10 each, for the next year, you've all gone in on that. And I think it just depends, really. I didn't want to pay basically the same amount as a annual pass for 2 Switches, and my mum as well. So I kind of just wanted to do what made more sense to me at the minute, for me personally, I guess.
Yep.
And if you do, at least this is what I read and heard online, if you do opt into that option, you end up doing the expansion, you get all the N64 stuff, and then for whatever reason you need to cancel. If you end up getting Happy Home Paradise independently after that, you'll still have your saved file attached to it.
You have everything saved. You wouldn't leave it. It wouldn't just become completely,
right.
So if I get to the end of next year and I'm I think I'm just going to buy it outright, then I'll just do that. But for the minute, it makes more sense for me to kind of do it this way. And,
totally.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the save itself is attached to your island. It's attached to what you're doing in New Horizons. It's not like you're going to load up a separate game. You're just going to walk to the airport and you're going to go to work that way. It's not like a separate thing. The only way it makes sense to get the expansion pack if you're solo is if you have multiple Switches for whatever reason, or you're just really interested in the N64 and the Sega stuff.
Yeah.
Because those are the things that come along with it. So for me, I have 3 Switches, and I wanted to play the N64 games, so it made sense for me to just upgrade. I have access to it on all my islands, and then when it gets closer to a year, at that point, I will decide, is this service worth the money? Am I playing these N64 games, or...
Yeah. And also, am I using the DLC on every single island I have? Like for me, I've like my main island, like, is probably gonna be where I play the DLC the most. I've got the most Nook Miles, I've got the most stuff in my catalog. You know, I am gonna get it for my second island, but I feel like I'm gonna have like a primary and a secondary. Like, I don't think I'll play it on my other one. I think I'll play it on my main one where all my frogs are, and I've got all my islands sorted, and I think that'll just be where I play it the most.
Okay, that's a good point, because initially I was like, oh, I'm going to do this on one of my second islands that I'm currently working on. But now I'm thinking, if I want to play the DLC, I should do it on my main island that I'm never going to get rid of, because...
That's what I'm doing,
I don't want to... Every time you restart an island, you're going to have to play through all of the Happy Home Paradise stuff again to get the features.
You have to start it all again.
Ooh, okay.
And just cataloging furniture, you know? So that's why, I just got a second Switch, and I don't even know where to start with it. I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. So with the one and only island that I have, that's why, you know, I'm like, this is going to be my main one. A lot of stuff is cataloged. That's going to be like my permie, if you will. And then the secondary one, you know, we'll see. That's probably going to be one where I restart a whole bunch or experiment a little bit more.
Yeah, but I think that sounds about right.
Booze and Bake, thank you so much. I only paid once, but it showed up on both of my Switches since I have the same Nintendo account. That makes sense.
Oh, interesting.
That makes
sense. I wonder if
sense
that would
to
for me.
If you're using the exact same online account. So if you do it that way, if you have multiple Switches and you use the same online account, I don't think you can visit your other island. Is that correct? I get confused because I don't do it that way.
I've literally always had, like, each Switch has its own Nintendo account. Because I didn't want to have to create, like, primary, secondary. And I know that's, like, a thing that comes up. And I just wanted to have, things separate, and I could control them separately, I suppose. But I don't know.
I don't know either.
Sure.
You can visit using local. Interesting.
Yeah.
That's true.
Which is, like, pretty useful, considering if you're taking items from island to island.
I feel like there was a reason I didn't do it that way, and now I'm blanking on what it was. But, you know, whatever. I just have the 3 different...
I just have a couple of different Nintendo accounts, and I do it that way.
Yeah. Just a few Switches lying around. No
just a few Switches, like, no biggie.
Okay, so the DLC. We're obviously all getting it. There was no question in my mind. How do you feel about the price of it? Are you okay with the price? Do you feel like it's the perfect price? Do you feel like it should be lower, higher?
I mean, the pricing model, like we just talked about, is just so kind of bizarre the way that they decided to do that. But if you purchase it independently, I think it's pretty fair, especially whenever you compare it to the price of the base game of Animal Crossing. And it looks like a lot of these features not only are going to enhance gameplay so much, but you can also carry them back into the base game version and kind of enhance your gameplay there as well. So I think it's totally fair. $25 is, I think, very reasonable for an expansion pack that has at least what seems to be quite a lot.
Yeah, I'm surprised it was as inexpensive as it was. Like, I genuinely thought it was going to be, like, I mean, the thing is, though, is anyone here that's a simmer will know, like, you know, the Sims expansions. I know it's like apples to oranges, but
they're like $50.
I feel like we're used to kind of these astronomical, like, DLC, these DLC packs, like, and I think for me personally, like, especially when a new Sims pack drops, I'm like, oh, cool, yeah, it's kind of expensive, but I'll get it. But, like, so I feel like for a company like Nintendo, I feel they could have made it a lot more and they would have gotten away with it. So the fact that it's like £20, I was like, you're kidding me. Like, that's really good. I thought it's a whole new game. It's another for me, like 1,000 hours just in that, like, just designing. And You know, I really think it's worth it. I would have paid more for it if I'm honest.
I know, yeah.
Agreed.
Yep. Ryan, thank you for the super chat. It was funny. See Brewster and the dodo exercise in the direct. Also, love you ladies in Halloween costumes. Thank you so much. I love, the exercise thing is cute.
I forgot about that too. There's just so much. That'll be fun.
I'll use it. I find like for me, I don't do my like morning stretches in real life. Like I don't do yoga or anything, or I might create like a channel point redemption for it or something, like stop everything and do some like stretches. But I think for people that maybe do their morning stretches and anything yoga related, I think they'll probably really enjoy it. Like, but I just you know, I don't know.
I'll probably try and make it a part of my morning routine, just as a way to like walk the dog, stretch with my villagers.
I have seen Katie's life planner. And
oh my gosh,
Katie is what I strive to be.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
Organized, like everything is scheduled out. She's got time for everything. Like all of it is just like perfection. I'm like, I'm just over here.
Oh my gosh.
Floating through the day.
I have to block out my day like hour by hour just because I won't get anything done if I don't. Like I have to have alarms set to be like, all right, eat lunch now. Like do it now.
Yeah. She has like lunch
take your break
and everything.
now.
Meanwhile, I'm literally just like, I'll have some of these. Like that'll do. I'll like put them to one side.
Not on weekends though. Weekends are I'll do whatever. You know, no schedules on weekends. Just Monday through Friday.
Yeah, I made like a content schedule because I need to like for anyone that's like new to me, like I'm dyspraxic, so I've got quite bad like coordination. So I needed to say like, do this on this day, do this on this day. I don't do it necessarily to the hour, but I definitely need, and I think that's why in my head I get overwhelmed with the DLC and everything, because I'm like, I feel like I need to put things in boxes, but also I'm going to be so excited I can't put things in boxes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nate said Kato is very far from organized, and that's very true.
I don't believe that. You do
I don't believe
much that I don't believe that at all.
Yeah, I really don't.
I just float around and it just whenever it's time to do something, I do it.
I'm like, I'll be sitting here, I'm like, oh my god, like Kato's uploaded again. Like, and now she's streaming. And then the next night it's like, oh my, she's uploaded again. Like I don't know how you do it.
You know what it is?
No idea.
It's Todd saying, all right, you need to go film your video. All right, you need to go do this. You need to go do that. And I'm just like, okay, let me go. Okay, it's time to stream. Okay, let's go. No.
I think you make it look like you've got everything together.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Right. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that's the facade that I've created.
It's working.
Okay. DLC. We keep like Oh, Lisa, thank you so much for the super chat. Where do you think we'll get the extra large items like the bulldozer and cave? Are they too big to be sold in Nooks? Yeah. Okay. Look. I have mentioned this in videos and in streams before, and I don't think everyone understands what I'm trying to get across. Katie disappeared.
Oh.
I did? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I just can't see you anymore.
Hold on, let me fix my camera.
You're just a black screen. Okay, here is what my concern is, and it's I'm gonna say cameras. It's probably
there we go
irrational. You're still an EOS webcam utility for me.
No. I had to switch to my other camera died.
Oh, okay.
So I have to switch to this one.
Oh, there's your puppy.
Yay. Oh my gosh.
Hi.
There he goes.
He's so cute.
Sorry about that.
Here's my concern. I know that they said that all the items that we get, you can bring over to your island. I get that. I get that. But here is my concern. What if the items that we're seeing, specifically things like the excavator, the cave, those big like ruins items.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What if they aren't items that you buy? Because I think what they said specifically is like the things that show up in the shop that you buy with the pokey, you can then use on your island. What if they are not items that you can purchase? They are just items that exist on the Happy Home Paradise. They're not items.
I think that's way more likely.
Yeah, I think so too, especially because we can adjust the size of the rooms and stuff. Like on the with the DLC, I feel like it makes more sense. I feel like if we were to haul that back to our kind of homes and everything with the room sizes, I don't think like when we think about the grid in Animal Crossing, I find it's really not forgiving. It's really blocky. Like I would love the grid to be smaller so we could move things even closer together. But I feel like it might be a thing where it's like specific signature pieces that if a villager wants a certain theme, you are able to put that item down, like the digger or the cave or the big elephant inflatable. Like
I need that elephant, okay?
I was like, what is that?
I feel okay. I have the concern, but I really think that we will be able to get them. I think they would be doing a disservice, and I think they know that would be a big mistake to not have them available.
Yeah,
you know,
because it's such a tease, huh?
It would be it would be so bad.
I think that's totally possible.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I just think it would just be hi Kat. I think it would just be so difficult to haul those huge items back. I know we've got big items, but I feel like that elephant thing is huge. Like that's so it's like as tall as the house. Like is
it bigger than like the Godzilla, the monster statue? It's bigger than that, isn't it?
Yeah. So like how would you I honestly don't know, really. I'm not sure. They just seem very like signatures, like pieces that, you know.
But I would also imagine some of like the new Nook Miles items, like the Ferris wheel and stuff. Those are going to be, I would imagine, a pretty big size too. So So maybe we're just being introduced to larger items in general.
Right.
Yes, please.
Shantae, thank you so much. The items aren't locked behind DLC. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They aren't locked. Yes, the ones that you can get. But what if there are some items that you cannot even get? I don't know. I understand that, but then I just have this underlying concern of like, what if it's different? You know, because there's catalog items and there's Nook Mile items.
Yeah.
You know, so what if there's something like that over on Happy Home Paradise where it's like you have your catalog items and you have your blah, blah, blah items. And, you know, I don't know. It's probably nothing to be concerned about, but I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Lauren, thank you for the super chat. I think those big items could be upstairs in the Happy Home Paradise building because we weren't shown up there. I think there was a little glimpse of upstairs. I'll have to go back and watch the direct.
It might be a red herring though. I feel as if, but it's kind of like with the twins, like their shop, there's like an upstairs bit, but like it's not. But I feel like it's just a design choice. I don't know. I would love for there to be, because the thing is, they're gonna have to put like showcase these huge items somewhere. So where, unless it's like a Nook Miles thing, I don't know. So maybe, I think that would be fun though.
Yeah, could just be outdoor item. Yeah, I don't know. It's just something I've thought about, and it's hard to explain. It makes sense in my head.
Yeah, it's hard to articulate for sure, but I'm definitely picking up what you're putting down. I'm so excited that there's going to be so much discovery, not only with the update, but especially with the DLC, because we've never had it before. We don't really know what to expect at all, except for what they showed us, of course, in the trailer and in the previews. But it'll be really interesting to see, you know, how you acquire these items, how you start. You know, if you have a villager there and you design their vacation home, how long do they stay there? Do you replace them on your island for the time being? Like, there's so many game mechanics that are going to be really fun to uncover.
Right.
I think so too. I'd be interested to know how, like, I'd be interested to know how long, or maybe you get to choose how long they stay. But the thing is, there's like, what is it, 48 plots? Like, is it
there's a
48?
lot.
So there's like 96 villagers that could live on that island at any given time.
Wow.
So, because obviously they can like share if they want.
Oh yeah,
But
because you got the roommates. What
yeah,
do y'all think about
that's
that?
so cute.
Is there anyone that you're gonna room together?
We can like ship our villagers now.
I can't wait. Oh my gosh.
I have
Lily
to put Tad and
Jeremiah.
Hazel together because I just want to see
Oh,
them
that's fun.
interact.
Yeah,
with
I'm
each other.
thinking Lily and Jeremiah. They're usually together.
I would say Nan and Chevrolet for sure.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, that would be so
cute.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of people
gosh.
probably have like Eric and Fauna, and
Cute, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Me too.
Ryan, thank you. What if they add those big items to the Nook Mile machine? I think some of them are. I'm very excited about the windmill. That's my number
Me
one.
too.
Number one. And I said I am like 100% confident it's the windmill that they show on Harv's Island, and they also show it in the Timmy and Tommy section. I'm like 90% sure it's there, but I'm wondering, someone else said like, what if it's a lot of people want it to be the windmill from New Leaf. Like it's got like the stone bottom. I don't know if you know what
I think you're right about the Harv's one though.
But I think it's the Harv's one. And that's the one I've been
already
like,
exists,
designing based off of, because I love that one.
You've been like waiting for this moment.
I'm waiting. And the bike with the basket. The bike with the basket. It's not
Oh,
an
yeah.
item. It's just a random item. But like that item. I have
Super cute.
placeholders on my island right now for items that I want.
Yeah, me too.
What are your
Ugh.
favorite? Are there, okay, like what items are you most looking forward to?
Definitely the windmill, like you said.
Yeah.
This doesn't really constitute as an item, but I'm really excited for the wall partitions and columns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we won't be able to use those outside. That'd be cool, but I don't think that's going to be possible.
No.
Oh my gosh. Imagine.
But I'm very excited for that. If you qualify that as an item, it's more of a feature, I guess, huh?
Yeah, I'm excited for. I think for me, obviously Froggy Chair. That has to be like I'd like bawled my eyes out at that. It has to be. It has to be that. But I love the gyroids, and I really like that like streamer setup that we like saw in Nooks.
That
Oh, like the
desk.
string lights? That?
Because it's like it's like the
It's like
it's got like 4 monitors,
Yeah.
and then when it's in
Yes.
the dark, it like
Yes,
has
yes,
like
yes.
RGB like keyboard.
Mm.
That is like my it's not I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but I think it's probably one of the coolest items they've put in. I think it's quite
Right.
underrated.
When you said streamer, my mind went to like confetti streamers, not like
my gosh.
what we're doing right now.
Oh,
so I was
did
like-
y'all see the bubble machine?
Yes.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
super
And
cute.
the like
cute.
pom-pom lights, the like
Mhm.
standing pom-pom
Yes.
lights as well. And the chips, like the crisps, whatever you
Oh
want to
my
call them. Like,
gosh, yes.
oh,
And
A lot of the
Nice.
food is going to be so much fun, even though we're going to have to
Mhm.
make it ourselves, but using those throughout, decorating is going to be really cute.
the basket
Yeah.
of bread. Oh, there's
Oh,
so
the
many
bread
items.
items
There's so
and, like,
much.
oh my gosh. I love.
Darlene asks, do you think we'll be able to customize DIY items that we couldn't before, like the wooden bucket and the barrel?
Ooh.
I would love that. I would love
You and your
that.
barrel core.
Let me customize the barrel. Please. Please.
That would be pretty cool. I'm going to say no, but I would like that.
Yeah,
And
I'm the
that'd be a
same
fun
with
little
the
Easter
thing.
egg.
Mm-hmm. I want to say yes.
Debbie Downers over here.
I just don't think. I just don't. It would be nice, but I think the items that are kind of already. I don't know. I don't know if they would change that part of it. But imagine
Yeah.
like different. I would like the barrels to have customization options that are like, and the bucket as well, that are similar to what the ironwood furniture goes through. There's like a
Mhm.
distressed wood, a more
Yeah.
orangey wood, like lighter colors. I would love that.
Same.
Mhm.
Okay, we've been kind of doing it the whole time, but if you have any questions that you want us to answer, we haven't talked about, let's do a little Q&A.
I really want a rusty old barrel.
Yeah.
Well, I've been using
that
like
would
the
look
pirate
super
barrels
cool.
a ton.
Yeah.
But it's not the same as being able to
I
customize it
just-
completely.
I think I'm just excited for everything, really. Like, it's really hard to narrow it down. Like, I find it's hard to narrow it down to like 100 items, like that I'm looking forwards to. Like, but
I asked, so I was talking to Leanna, Emily, and Argo last night, and we were asking Argo, how many items do you think are going to come? And he was like, I think it's going to be like 300 or 400. Because if you think, and I think it could be even more than that, I don't know. But if you think about the small updates, there will be like 25 to 50 items. And it doesn't seem like that much when we're getting it. But then if you think about all the different versions of an item or all the different, it's a lot of stuff.
There was someone on Reddit who basically went through the direct and took a screenshot of every single new item in every single scene, and they put it all in one Google Drive document. Like, I scrolled through it for ages, and there was over 350.
And that's just what was shown,
That's
right?
just what was shown.
Exactly. Yeah,
we're gonna be bamboozled,
yeah.
Yes. Let's see. We did talk about the new villagers. Yes, we talked about our favorites. Let's see. Heather said, "Villagers floating in the water, real or not?" Have you seen that picture of them? Like,
no.
Like floaties, like
they're on like little floaties floating
cute.
around. I think no. I think that's just they're hanging out.
I think again, design choice. It's just something fun.
Yep.
To kind of emphasize that it's a tropical island and it's a paradise place. But I would love that so much. Like water decorating items. Oh my gosh. Imagine.
Do you think will work for Brewster? I think so. We talked about that earlier. I think we will. What's the first thing you'll do? I'm going to go to the Nook Mile, the Nook stop.
Panic,
yeah. We're on Team Panic over
Are y'all
here.
streaming it? Are you streaming?
Yeah.
No.
You are?
No, I am going to have a video go out the Friday of the actual release. I think I'm going to go in pretty heavy on the DLC, so that's probably what we're going to do. But no, not the actual. I'm not going to stream anything.
I'm doing an all-nighter.
You're just going to be hanging out. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so sorry to all my like UK people like in my community that are just like, why? But it's going to be like 2 a.m. I'm going to be up and ready to go. Full face of makeup on. Like, I'm genuinely being serious.
Yeah.
Started off as a joke and now I'm like, I'm actually going to do it.
Yeah.
Like, so, yeah.
Yep. Do you think So my thought was that the update and the DLC will be separate as far as when they come out. I think the update will come out at 8 p.m. my time, like normal updates come out, and then the DLC will come out at 11 p.m. my time, like normal games come out. That's when I was able to get New Horizons, was at 11 p.m.
Okay.
So do you think they'll be separate in their...
Wait, what, on release?
So yeah,
on release?
When New Horizons released, I got it at 11 p.m. my time on the
I got it at like
on March 19th.
I got it on at half 12, like only an hour and a half ahead of that. So I don't know. Oh no.
I assumed that they would be released simultaneously.
Yeah,
but maybe not.
That surprises me that you got it that late for you, but for me it was only like a little.
Right.
Oh gosh, I don't want to stay up.
Yeah, like are people gonna get it at different times?
Yeah.
Or I don't know. Oh, there's so many unanswered questions. It's so stressful.
I wonder if they will, like, later this week, give us kind of more solidified answers for times. Yeah. Because we're all just like,
I know,
chomping at the bit here.
Someone asked, this is a good question. Do you think the terminal outside of Nooks, the ABD thing, do you think it's portable or it's just outside of Nooks?
I thought it was portable, or that was my assumption. But
that was my assumption too.
Yeah,
I thought we would just be able to move it wherever.
Put it in our pockets. Well, I'm gonna have like my whole little setup. It's gonna be my storage shed, my ABD, my
I always carry a bin with me.
My trash can.
Yeah, a bin and a workbench.
And I'll still my workbench, and then I'll still have my pipe. Now my pipe won't have to take me back to storage anymore, but I'm gonna have my pipe next to my flowers, so I can go to my flowers now. and back
Yeah.
and forth.
This is just
Yeah.
this is so exciting.
More pocket space.
I don't
We
know if that would
should.
happen.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I don't think that'll happen. Especially now that we can carry our storage with us. I would imagine no.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? I'll take it. That'd
Yeah,
be
I
cool.
would. Yeah, me too. I would be happy with that.
Do you think we'll only have one storage shed, or can we have more? I think you can have more. I don't know why you would.
Yeah,
But there might be
just
different like aesthetics.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to not just carry it with you, you want to place it strategically kind of throughout your island.
Right.
Then
Yeah.
I would imagine
That would
you
be
could have
fun.
plenty.
I'd like to know why the carnival items are called plaza in their names. Seems curious to me. I think it's just a translation thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, it could be.
I think
Yeah,
it's
that's a
just
very good point.
Plaza is the word for I don't know.
Like carnival.
I don't know if it's necessarily carnival, but you know what I mean? Like plaza.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
just-
Yeah, a gathering place.
like a
of sorts.
public area. Like a
Yeah.
kind of that's a good point.
I don't think they can't, unless they change entirely the mechanic of the resident services plaza, we cannot just put stuff there or it'll disappear when people show up there. And especially KK.
Will we get the green bench? We're getting the green bench back.
Oh, please give me that green bench.
Yeah, the little green
so
bench.
sad.
I forgot about that.
You gave me harvest fencing. Give me the green bench. Oh,
Little stalls, the tiny
stools.
stalls. Yeah. Oh, it was so sad when those got taken away.
I don't know why they did. That's so odd to me.
Such a sad day. They wanted to take all the credit for it when they re-released it later.
Yep.
Like, here, we're so nice. We give you this stuff. Can you give me my star fragment trees and my acorn trees and my pine cone trees back? Thanks.
Yeah. That would be
Imagine
good.
if there were star fragment trees on the Cap'n Islands.
Oh.
That would be cool.
That would be interesting.
That would be like the plot twist of like the century.
Everyone would lose their minds if we showed up to star fragment
that
trees.
would be so fun.
But like they only show up when you're getting star fragments there, or like you get special different trees depending on what's going on.
Maybe if Celeste's on your island, it's like a nod to like you need to go to one of these mystery islands now, or
I will say they seem to really listen to the fan base, so I'm not gonna. That would be wild. Maybe I think they would have showed that,
right?
Because people would have flipped out. But how interesting would that be if that actually happened?
Yeah.
But like, did they strategically only include enough freakouts, and they know later there's going to be even more of a freakout?
Maybe. The only issue I would have with the star fragment trees is, or I guess this would be more so their issue, is like the game creators. You don't really like farm and harvest them like you do fruit, and you don't really grow them in that sense, where in the game you're supposed to wish on the star. That's how you get the star fragments.
Yeah.
So that would be, I think, their only reason for being like, no, that's not the game mechanic that we originally like designed. So
Yeah.
But they're pretty.
They are pretty.
Yeah. They are super pretty.
Caroline, thank you so much. Do you think they'll take away the ABD inside of resident services but leave all the Nook stuff in Nook shopping, and we only use the portable ABD for money, or will it stay the same? I think it'll stay the same, and it'll just be an addition to.
I think it'll be the same.
Kind of like they have that DIY bench in resident services, but you have your other ones outside of that.
I forget that one's even there, yeah.
Oh, I always use that one because I can never find mine on my island. I'm like, I'm just going to go in here because I can't find it.
Oh, gosh.
They did give us Harv's fencing. It's not are they going to give us... Are they going to give us Harv's clothesline that's going to be gone now?
Oh
yeah.
Oh, that was so fun as well.
Mm-hmm. And he has a
it's tucked
different...
in a way.
He has a different little oven thing, too.
I noticed that, yeah. I don't know if we'll get that. It'd be cute, though.
Yeah.
But I highly doubt it.
Anyone else surprised they didn't just add the ABD to our Nook phones? Yes. Why do I not just have an app?
That is a great point, actually.
Yeah. Like a banking app. Like that's so
it's very realistic.
Modern and really common to transfer. Like imagine, oh my gosh, that would be
a banking app and an airport app.
Yes.
Let me open and close my gates from anywhere.
I
still have to go to the airport to leave, but let me just open and close and get the dodo code from anywhere on my app. And then if I want to leave, I go to the airport. That way it's not...
That's an interesting one too, yeah.
You know, it doesn't become useless, but I can just... I hate when I forget to close the gates and then I'm like wandering around. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can't construct anything.
Can't do anything.
Yeah, I think that area, I think the airport thing, I think that might have some small quality of life updates maybe. It's so clunky to me. Like I really like I find it really stressful, like have like opening and closing and like I don't know why, but I'm like, oh, it just takes so long. Like you can't just have someone just appear and then, you know, it's so difficult to...
Do we have to get the DLC to get new items, or will they be sold in Nooks? From what it looked like, they're going to be sold in Nooks because they showed the hanging light.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming yes. I'm assuming it's just less frequent.
Yeah.
You have less access.
Yeah.
And obviously the items that are like the pokey, that currency is DLC exclusive, right?
Right. So, okay, one thing I was a little confused about was the way that it made it seem to me is there's almost 2 different ways to get items. And again, I'll have to go back and watch, specifically in the Happy Home Paradise section. The way that she made it sound was you can buy the items from the store with the pokey, or as you're progressing through Happy Home Paradise, like say I'm going to Maple and she wants me to use the ranch furniture set. That unlocks for me.
Cute.
And then it made it seem like that's now in my catalog for when I go back to my island.
Maybe?
I don't know if that's true, but that's the way
I think
it made it seem.
Yeah,
like
that is how they made it sound, huh?
Yeah.
But is that furniture pokey currency? Like, is that how you get it?
I
or
think it's
do you
just like
unlock
in your
it?
catalog, and then you go back and you can use bells to get it. But like you
Okay,
unlock
so-
certain furniture with certain characters as you build their houses, and
Yeah,
then
maybe they give you something.
there's separate furniture that you can buy from the shop.
Aha.
pokey.
Yeah, maybe they give you the furniture to use.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or they give you like a piece or like a staple piece or something that
Yeah.
Right.
I really don't know, but think like with the amount of items that are being introduced, I think it would be kind of hard to I think it would be a stretch to expect kind of a player to constantly grind for this currency to unlock one item at a time, because I can't remember what the example was in the direct, but it was like what you get given like 6,000 pokey, and you know there was a like 2 lounges and like an umbrella that was one of the items up for grabs, and I imagine that would be kind of expensive. So there must be ways to get multiples of something, or there must be another way to get access to these items, I feel.
Right.
There would have to be. Otherwise, it's going to take forever.
It
And
would
not
take-
everyone has Amiibo cards or has villagers with different
Or
personalities
has the
or
time,
whatever.
or
Yeah, that too.
yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay, Ryan says no, you unlock it for the store to get it, so then you can buy it. Is that confirmed though?
That makes sense.
Wait,
that actually
you
would make
unlock
quite a
it
lot of
for the Pokey store? I don't know what to call it. The Paradise store or the Nook's Cranny store? Because
I
those
would
are
think
2
the
different
Paradise
things to me
store.
too.
Yeah. I feel
think
like
it would
you
be the
unlock
Paradise
it.
store.
You could unlock it and then it would end up in your catalog because you had unlocked it, and then you can just buy it maybe with bells. Like I feel that would make sense.
That was my assumption.
Yeah.
And my assumption was it would be almost like a full set of furniture. Someone else
Yeah,
said
you would
maybe they
purchase
give
it in
you
its
the
entirety.
DIYs for stuff.
Oh, I didn't even consider them being DIY items.
Oh yeah, that's a good
I guess
point.
they could be. Oh, that would. I want to just buy it.
Yeah,
I think that's accurate, right? Like you go to, let's say, I'm building Bo's vacation house. He wants the ranch furniture or whatever he wants, and then tells me that, and then that tells the store to carry these items.
Right.
Or maybe the store even has like a catalog, you know, where you can order
Maybe.
from the store certain furniture that isn't actually present
Right.
in person.
Right. Oh man. Okay, well, Katie, you're gonna be
That's
doing the DLC
far-fetched.
video, so you got to figure all this stuff out.
Yeah, you could. Yeah,
I'll
we'll
be
leave
the
that
guinea
one up
pig.
to you.
I'll be
I'll be the guinea
waiting.
pig.
Let me know so I can figure it out. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that just unlocked a whole new realm
Yeah.
of my brain that
It'll
I
be
hadn't
interesting.
Because
accessed
then,
yet.
if you had items that you could order that were from the DLC, surely they would then up how many items you can order from the catalog a day to maybe like 10, or like I feel like there are some things that are being done that I feel would need some quality of life upgrades to be able to carry out like that, for example. Like, what, so now I have two
Yeah.
catalogs, but I have to only order 5 a day, you know? Like, and for people that time travel, we can just be like, oh yeah, cool, go to the next day. But like for people that don't, that's kind of like, you know, more
Right.
choice, which is good, but also not great if you're limited.
Right.
Yeah,
Shantae,
that's
thank you
true.
so much. They said the Pokey can be used to purchase items that could be harder to find on your island. It's on your island as well. Which I think we know
Okay.
because they showed
Yeah.
new items in the trailer. I think it's just we're trying to figure out are there multiple ways to obtain items or is it strictly from the shop? Because I think that's where the conversation started was there's a section of the direct where she talks about certain villagers are going to want you to use certain items. So
Yes.
when you're using those items, are you only able to use them in that house at that time, or does it unlock them for you in some way? And what does that mean? Like, does that mean they show up in your shop after that point? Does that mean they're in your catalog at that point? What does that unlock for you? And I mean, no one knows the answer to that because we don't have the game. So there we go.
Oh.
I'm really curious with this DLC. Well, obviously you can invite villagers with the amiibos. They showed that. They also showed some just hanging out on the beach. Like, I wonder if they're going to be
Yeah.
randomly populated like they are on Mystery Islands, or are those our villagers that are already
do they
just on
just
this vacation
randomly?
island? Yeah,
Because
so
you can
I'm
invite them though, can't you? You give them like the
Yeah.
little package and they can go, but then like how long are they there for? Like, are you coming back? Like,
yeah, or can they be strangers?
get you back?
You know,
I think it's
Yeah.
both. I think there's randoms, and then I think you can invite yours. And I think when you
Yeah.
invite yours, it'll just be like a vacation for them. They still are on your island,
Right.
but they're just vacationing there.
Yeah.
I love that we'll be able to do it for NPCs as well. Like, I've always dreamed of giving like Celeste her own room, which we've done on Harv's Island, and kind of
Yeah.
conceptualized that. But being able to have both Timmy and Tommy as roommates and creating like a little home, well, vacation home, but giving them their own space, I think is going to
Right.
be
Yeah.
just so sweet.
Mint, thank you so much. I wish they got rid of the arriving screen and just put a sign at the top instead of wasting 10 seconds waiting for people to come. Same.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
was
so like you
endearing
could
at
still
first.
play and then they just had like so-and-so's arriving.
Yeah.
That'd be
Because
cool.
it was cute at first. Like I really like. I remember like the first person I had over at my island, I was like, "Cool, this is so cute." I'm like excited, and then when you actually get into like the kind of rest of the game, and you're like, "I just want someone in and out. I need to still be able to do stuff." Like whereas everyone just pauses and then that's it. Like that kind of
Yeah. I do like when you're flying in and they're all waving at you.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that. That's so cute.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's cute. But it was fun like the first 50 times and now it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
In the I don't think anything will change with the online experience for this game, but my hopes for a future game are they can improve the online experience because it is not good right now. It's just like whenever you want to do anything, I always have a problem, no matter what. And it's why I don't like I'll have my members and stuff, they can come to my island when I open up or whatever. I'll have people over. I don't normally go to people's islands because I just find it to be such a pain.
It's
to
a lot.
do.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
And it's just so tedious and you have to set aside all this time. But like, so when I was on Last Crosser Standing over on EJ's channel and, I think Lex had her own internet problem and she got kicked out. But then, we would just get stuck in certain places and like, I got kicked out once.
It always happens when the island's full too. Yeah.
And then yesterday I had a bunch of members over for a costume contest on my island and
It's the fear of like
everything,
someone disconnecting and you have to start all over again. Yeah, I
everything
agree.
was fine. Then all of a sudden, I think my internet had a problem, and it's just like, oh gosh, now we have to start all of that over. It's gonna. They
need to go like server based and not rely on like everyone's internet. If it was server based, that would be so much better because then it would be way more stable. Whereas like we're all different people with all different internet speeds and all different like areas of the world. Like it's so. I mean, when me and Bobby used to talk about the multiplayer, and we talked about it quite a lot, we used to say how the dodo code should kind of be like a lobby. You join the lobby when everyone's ready to go, you press a button that says yep, let's go, and then you all arrive at like literally the same time instead. You know, I think that would make way more sense, and it just removes kind of
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it removes kind of that.
I never thought about that. Jay, thank you so much. Nintendo confirmed that no new items are behind paywalls. Items are all available without the DLC. Also, what is the amazing machine? Does it make the big items?
I've been wondering that so much.
I don't think it will. Only because Nintendo, in like all of the Animal Crossing games, there's like really obscure items, and some of them are just for aesthetics. I think if it were like, if there was an item where we could like make items bigger, like that big elephant thing, I think it would be more of like a Nook Miles item or something where you get a license for, you know. I don't think it would be, like Becca in the chat said, I think it's just a cool, weird item. I think it literally is just that. Like, they have electric chairs in game. There's a lot of things that have no purpose. They just look kind of cool. And that machine looks so weird. What would they call it if...
But I guess... I agree with you. I don't think it's going to do anything. The only reason I speculated at all is because the way they worded things when they talked about it during the direct and the way they highlighted that item specifically is so strange to me. Like, it was... I would have to go back.
Unless their only reason is to do exactly what we're doing now, which is just speculation. Like, it could be a marketing thing. But I don't know. Maybe it's a way where... I don't know. It could be some kind of like recyclable situation. I have no idea. But I think I do lean more towards the side of it might make funny sounds and some lights go off. But is it functional? No.
Right.
Because it doesn't really look like anything. But I've seen... actually, I hadn't seen the kind of speculation of maybe it makes items bigger or it does something kind of really functional. But... I've seen some people say it can control the weather or predict, like, and I mean that would be super cool, but I really think it's just a silly machine that, like you said, makes silly noises, and it's just something that if you're making a lab or a sciencey area, a spacey area, it's like, hey, it's a stupid little machine that makes all the weird
just like sounds. The computers in game are not functional. Like you can customize the screen, but you can't really use the computer.
Nate, thank you so much. Well, Kato, I caved. I just pre-ordered my DLC, as you should.
Nate.
Thank you.
Yay! Join the club.
And Nate, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that. I'm glad we convinced you to get the DLC.
It's gonna be so worth it, especially at the price. And like, that's not to say that like $25, like that is a chunk of money. That's like if you go out to eat somewhere, that could be that. But I think I feel like it's a steal, honestly. I really do. So I think, join the dark side, the light side.
Someone said here, wait, I just lost it. They did, okay. Yes, the way they worded it was never before seen items or something like that. And they showed the Amazing Machine, but the Amazing Machine existed in New Leaf. So why did they word it that way? It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a load of items that have no actual function. Like, it's just...
Did either of y'all also find it weird that the one item they like really highlighted was the music box, which it's cute, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, okay, it's really cute, but I don't.
Yeah, I have a feeling that might be a nod to Reese and Cyrus, because in New Leaf you would go and take a bunch of items to Cyrus and he would give you a music box. I don't know if it's like a sentimental, like, I know I talk about New Leaf a lot, but it's the only comparison like in my head that I've really got where I think, have they done it before? what did it do in previous games, and why would they change it, and what would they change it to now. So, but I love the music box. It might just be a new kind of instrument that we get access to. Maybe there's different like versions of it. That would be cute.
They didn't, besides cooking, they didn't really touch on too many additional DIYs, but I would imagine that we'll get more DIYs washed up to our beaches and stuff too.
Yeah,
I would think so.
And someone asked, Heather asked, do you know how many different permanent ladders? I don't think there will be a limit.
I don't think there will be a limit either.
I'm going to make so many tree houses. That's the only thing that's going to be on my island. There's just like everyone
tree house. Yeah, that's going to be cute.
I love it. And I think kind of what we were talking about earlier, the addition of inclines might allude to accessibility to the 4th level. Maybe not, who knows, but if ladders also become a part of that, then why not? Just, that'd be really cool.
I feel like I'm going to have to play on Amora, I think, because Nedia is currently completely spooky and I just can't even hardly walk around. Because I'm going to want to try that stuff. Like, hey, can I climb to this next level? Can I do anything, Can I do this stuff? Nate, thank you for upgrading your membership. And Ryan, thank you. What if the amazing machine is a crafting bench that multi-craft, hence amazing machine? That's a lot. A lot of people have been speculating that. I just don't
know. Like bulk crafting?
That could
we would
be
love
a
that.
thing. That would be great. Please, Nintendo.
Yeah. It's funny. Okay. Is there anything I just want to first say this. I'm very, very happy with everything they gave. Mm-hmm. I think they went above and beyond.
Yeah.
In no ways am I complaining, but is there anything they left out that you wish would be in there?
Oh, this is an easy one for me. This is Celeste Observatory. I love that so much. Celeste is my favorite NPC. And it was so precious because you could like make constellations and you would actually be able to see them in the sky. And it was just so nice. And it was something that, do you know what, even if it landed in game, I'd probably only do it 3 or 4 times, but it was just so nice. And she had more of a purpose. And in this game, they could spruce it up even more. We could get more space items. We could, I really, that's
not to mention too, the museum symmetry is just thrown off completely now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's going to drive me bonkers. Yeah. The observatory would have been nice.
I would have loved that. And I hope maybe in future that would be something.
Right.
Okay, I don't think it will be.
That kind of leads into another question. Obviously, we've all seen, and I have an unpopular opinion when it comes to this. So I'm just going to say that ahead of time. We've seen the reports. We've seen the quotes from Nintendo saying there will be no more paid DLC for New Horizons.
Yeah, this is such a gray area at the minute. I
think they're lying.
I kind of went off on a soapbox about it on my stream last time. This was like a couple streams ago because a lot of people were asking about it, and either way, I'm fine. If they are, in my opinion, if they are not making more paid DLC, they are working on the next game, which I think will come sooner rather than later, especially considering the time between New Leaf and New Horizons was 7 years. I think it'll be much less than that if that's their plan, if that's the route they're going. Nintendo does not always tell the truth. I'm just going to say that.
Dude, money talks.
Yeah.
If people buy the DLC and it's wildly successful, they're gonna make more. That's end all be all. They say that I think just to maybe get us to shut up a little bit.
Honestly, feel like I think when this topic has come up before, I've not had backlash. I wouldn't say it's that, but I feel like paid DLC is the only surefire way. Like you said, Katie, like money really talks. Like I've said it from the start. If they do paid DLC, I will buy it straight away. But just to say that like everyone is different and not everyone is in the position to do that. So I completely understand why people might not want paid DLC, but and the thing is, not all paid DLC in every game is good, but it's the only, I find it's one of the only ways companies might put their absolute all into it and listen a little bit more. So, I mean, think about it. If they had said, okay, DLC, you can pay, say, $15 and you can have a whole nother island. I don't know if it would be that inexpensive, but they would have made so much money. So I feel like maybe something like that would come in future. I think there's going to be more paid DLC personally, because this is such a huge free update. I feel like it's pretty major. And I think for me, I would be happy going forwards with paid. And I've felt that for, a little while.
And it could be smaller, like you were alluding to. It might not be a huge Happy Home Paradise expansion like this one seems to be. It could be similarly how The Sims have these stuff packs or smaller elements. But like you said, maybe you could have a second island. A lot of people would do that, especially people and families that only have one Switch, maybe children that want to have their own islands and not share one with their brother or sister, I think that's totally possible. And it would be a very easy game mechanic, I would imagine, for them to implement, since it already kind of exists functionality wise.
And I want the city aspect. I want this. I want a DLC where you can go to the city. They've done it before. Do it now. That would be so fun. I would love that. And I think, stuff packs. I think that kind of model would make, I think, a lot of sense in a way, providing they were chock full of stuff.
Yeah. Well,
I think they're lying for sure.
Yeah, I think they're lying.
Well, Holly knows, because I feel like we talk about this topic literally every Breaking Bells, and I have always said, because before in our previous ones, it was always speculation. Will there ever be a paid DLC? And I honestly was kind of shocked that they did it.
Really?
I was shocked that they did it because I wanted it so badly.
Yeah,
I see. I wanted a paid DLC so badly because, like you said, that's the only way that they're going to continue supporting the game for an extended period of time. They have to make money in order to do it. They've already made their money initially, which was a lot of money. But they can't continue to put that much support into something that they're not continuing to make money on. No. So it just makes no sense to me, again, unless they have some other game. But I don't understand that. I would be very shocked if that was the route they went. New Horizons has been so successful, and it just seems so much easier to just continue to update this one and do paid DLC for this one.
Yeah.
As opposed to trying to make a whole new world and go that route. But again, Nintendo shocks me a lot of times, and they do different things than what I expect.
Either they blow me away or I'm really disappointed. There's no I feel there's never an in between. I just think, and Ryan's just said, the two key words are major and free, and that's what, and the thing is everything like that is all buzzwords. It's all buzzwords. They do that for a reason. If they, and I feel major and free are definitely the two that I'm okay, so that could mean a couple of things, but they don't just put that in there for no reason, I guess. I feel they said that because they think, right, those of you that are having the free content, that's it for you after this. And now we're going to do paid only. I feel that's, like you said, I don't think it will be Happy Home Paradise level, but I think there will be, slightly smaller DLCs that end up surfacing, I feel.
They could even be collaboration sort of DLCs similar to Sanrio and all of that, where they can make money through Amiibos, right? That's not technically a DLC, but in a way it also kind of is. So
well, and someone said wait, where is it? I think it also depends on the next gen console. And Ryan, thank you so much, by the way, for the super chat. But I agree with that. Do you think, and I promise we're going to wrap it up soon. Do you think Animal Crossing is a big enough title at this point, if they were creating another game, to be a launch title with the next generation console?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
think
think
so. Yeah,
That
I think
would
it's
sell systems
one of their biggest.
like, I mean, it would be
like crazy.
impossible to find.
Yeah.
I mean, did they do any other exclusive limited edition Switch consoles, or was Animal Crossing the only one they did? Because those
They did a
sold out like
Mario
crazy.
one. They did a
They didn't do
Mario
others.
edition. I know they've done a couple lights, like a Pokemon one.
But those are like big, like
that's
Mario
so
and
big.
Pokemon. Those are massive
Right.
titles. So even the
Right.
fact that Animal Crossing is neck and neck with those.
Has got a and even
Yeah.
in the past, like there's a couple of like Animal Crossing themed DSs, like 3DSs.
I want that one with the fruits on it. The one that looks like
Yeah.
a Pop-Tart almost. I want that thing
Yeah,
so bad.
I've-
I wish I'd gotten one.
Yeah, I've got the one that Bobby's family sent with it's like a Japanese one, so I can't actually play it, but it's like embossed and it's really, really, really nice. But there was also one that had like the yellow, green, and I think red like fruit all over it. I think that's what it was. So I think it's always been one of their main franchises, and especially now with New Horizons, like I don't actually know, and I know we've kind of been cornered into this, but I have never had a game that I have thought I need to buy a whole second console just to be able to play like another version of what I'm doing right now. Then again, like I said, they kind of cornered us into doing that, but I've never had that mindset even with another game. So
Never.
I feel it's one of their biggest, like for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think
It'll be with launch, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Animal Crossing would sell Switches better than Breath of the Wild 2 would sell Switches.
I think so too.
Ooh.
The Animal Crossing fandom goes so hard. Like I feel we're the best.
I also think that we're the most I mean, it's just so interesting. And I didn't even know this until I started making content, but our demographics are people that are of the age to make their own purchases more often than not. So it's not really children. Like, it's a lot of adults that are working and, they have their own income. But it is also adorable enough where there's such a wide age range. Yeah, I think that totally makes sense.
It's like a real universal game. Like that's
the best way to put it. Yeah.
It's so good for like kiddos. Like my nephew will play it with my mum when she looks after him, and he just like walks around. That's it. He's like 3 years old. But my mum, she plays it kind of how we play it, but she just kind of goes day by day. She doesn't do like time traveling and stuff. And then you've got people that are older and people that are like, that have kids and grandkids and jobs and important roles in like life, I guess. And it's like, I feel it's probably one of the only true universal games that there is, like franchises for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think like Mario and Pokemon definitely track with similar demographics in that way, which again, it makes sense why they're really going all in using those titles to market Switches and to market Nintendo.
Yeah.
And I think there's, Animal Crossing just reaches so many people. And I was seeing so many people in the chat saying that they bought a Switch just to play Animal Crossing, or even they've bought multiple Switches just to play Animal Crossing.
Just to play it.
And that's just, that proves the point that it would be such a good, but that totally negates what I was saying about, I think it makes more sense to continue with this game, but I don't know what they're planning for the future. So
I also don't know. I think to be honest, I don't really know what I think, but like I feel as the Animal Crossing games over the years have kind of developed, our characters have slowly got taller. Like I feel if they kept just adding, like I feel it would just be like The Sims. Like I really do. I feel like where it is at the minute, I think graphically, I don't know if there's anything on maybe another. I feel like it will be on the next gen Nintendo console, but I don't think maybe the style will change. I just think it'll be a bit sharper, like maybe in 4K. But like I can't imagine the characters looking like any different. So I think this game makes sense to kind of stick with as well. It could be a Breath of the Wild situation though, where they do a Wii U one and then a Switch one.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
could do that.
That's true.
Maybe.
I do. You go ahead.
I didn't realize how tall we were until literally yesterday when I stood next to Jack. And I was like, wait a second. Why am I so much taller than you? And I was so confused. And then I was like walking around my villagers and I was like, I didn't ever realize it until that moment. And it's just funny to look at. Anyway.
So funny. Yeah, we basically are the height of door frames.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you all have any other... Is there anything we didn't talk about? I'm sure there is.
I'm sure there is.
But I know it's a hard topic for a lot of people at the minute, like the new Amiibos that are coming out and like pre-orders and like I managed to get 4 packs from 2 retailers, but in the UK we've just got such a drought at the minute.
Yeah.
And the prices were really, really inflated, but I'm not going to get any more, I don't think. I think I'll just go with the 4 I have and I'll just deal with that.
Deal with it. Really? See, I pre-ordered 4 packs from Walmart, but I don't have any confidence that they will actually show up ever. I feel like they probably got overwhelmed and they're going to cancel them.
Yeah, that sucks.
I haven't even tried. I think I'm going to try on the 5th when they're supposed to be on... Are they supposed to be on shelves on the 5th? Is that what they've said?
I think so, yeah.
I might try and go to Target that morning, maybe Best Buy, maybe. But I've also never been a huge Amiibo collector in general, so...
Me neither.
I don't know. Also, did they clarify that these villagers we can only get through Amiibo, or will they be on villager hunts?
I think 100% they'll be on villager hunts.
That was my understanding as well, and then I saw speculation that said otherwise. I was like, why would they do that? That'd be ridiculous.
Okay, hang on, let me... Nate, thank you so much. How long do you think the actual downloading will take? It's massive. That totally depends on your internet. And I would say the DLC did not take long. I think it would probably take like 10 minutes, maybe max.
Maybe. It depends.
It depends on
that's
your
like
internet,
a difficult question to answer, I think, for sure.
Yeah. I just, the reason the Sanrio ones were like that is because the licensing. I'm convinced. The only way you can get them was because
they're third-party characters.
Yeah, right.
They're not.
They wouldn't include some that you can hunt for and some that you can hunt for that you can't in the same series. That would make no sense.
Agreed.
So I have no doubt in my mind that we will be able to hunt for them.
Yeah,
that'll be fun.
I don't work for Nintendo, so I could be wrong, but it makes no sense to me. Like that was never even a speculation until I saw other people saying that, and I was like,
right.
I wasn't really sure.
That doesn't make sense to me. Let's see. I can't believe you guys don't collect Amiibo. I'm like all in on the Amiibo, and
well, I've gotten a few from Etsy.
Me too.
I've done that just for like my favorites if I want them on my island, if I restart. But yeah, I've never collected. Maybe I should start. That'd be fun.
I've never collected them. I remember when they were in like bargain bins, and now they're so expensive. I'm horrified because I'd be like, oh my gosh! Like I think when I got Amiibo Festival, gosh, that was years ago now. But when Amiibo Festival came out for the Wii U, I bought it very cheap with the Amiibos, and then I like the actual physical Amiibos, and then at the same time I think I got like 5 packs out of the bargain bin for like £1 each, which is like just over $1. And now they're so inflated. It's like, oh yeah.
And how many cards come in a pack? Like 8?
We get 6, they get 3.
We get 3.
You only get 3?
Yeah, we get 2 villagers and 1 NPC. So like I've ordered 4 because I completely accept that I'm going to be very disappointed. Like I don't think I'm going to get anyone that I actually want.
So weird.
So I didn't want to get any more. So I will be like, for me personally, I will be probably getting them off of Etsy instead, or I think it just depends.
I
feel like
US
we've been given
is
a
the
rough...
only place that gets 6.
Yeah,
think
it's so
we're
weird
crazy.
though.
so weird.
Like, is it not more difficult because there's like different packaging? Like, just put it all in the same.
Right.
Like, up the price a little bit if you want. Like, I don't mind. Like, but just
How weird. I didn't even know there was a discrepancy based on
Yeah.
location. That's dumb.
Mhm.
yeah, it's so infuriating.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a pain.
Okay, well, Amiibo. I think I'm gonna
Yeah.
go to Target and then Best
Yeah.
Buy.
Okay,
I don't know. I'm so nervous. I don't like
I'm
doing
gonna
stuff
wait
like
at my
that.
door.
Because if they don't have
Just
them
hope they show.
out, then I'm gonna have to go talk to
The
someone.
Sanrio ones, you had to ask behind the counter. Like, I know
Yes.
so
You
many
did.
people that had to like be like, hey, like, psst, 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 have you got any of the like Sanrio ones? And they'd be like, oh yeah, hold on, let me get them out the back, because I think people were just getting too kind of riled up,
Right.
maybe. Like, but yeah,
I'm just
Yeah, I
scared
don't
that
get
they're
that.
not gonna know what I'm talking about.
you'd be like, you know, the things,
I'm like,
the things that
Like
come
the
out
new
today.
ones?
the
I'm
Amiibo,
not
new
gonna say
ones
what they
today.
are.
Amiibo cards. Yeah.
The Amiibo card series.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay, is there anything else that we didn't touch on?
probably loads, but
I'm sure there's so much to
Right.
dissect from that direct. I know we're missing a lot, but
there's
Right.
so much.
Okay, well, I think we've been going for a while now, so we're probably gonna wrap it up. But make sure if you're here, we've got 850 people here, so make sure you like the
Wow.
stream first of all.
Yeah, please like the
And
stream.
if you're not already, go subscribe to Holly. She is doing YouTube again, so go check it out. She did a video recently touring my island, which is so exciting.
fun.
And
Yeah.
make sure you go and follow Katie on Calico as well. We have all of their links and everything. My mods will be posting them in the chat. And follow Holly on Twitch too. Holly streams over on Twitch. So YouTube and
Yes.
Twitch for Holly, only YouTube for Katie. Make sure you're following all of them. Thank you, Katie, by the way, for joining us for
Yeah,
this.
Thank you for
so
whenever you
much.
messaged me a few weeks ago. I got so excited that you even asked me to be part of this. So thank you so much. I
Yeah.
am just excited to be here with you guys, and equally excited for the update. And the three of us will have to have a little Brewster coffee date.
Yes.
Yes, please,
So
please,
many
please.
Brewster coffees. Yes.
I can't wait.
Our first
gonna be so
guest
fun.
on this version of Breaking Bells.
Really?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you are.
Whoa! I feel like
Yes,
extra
yes.
honored. Wow!
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
so fun. I'm
Okay.
like brushing shoulders with stars at the minute. Like, truly, that's how I feel.
What? Oh my goodness! I feel so honored to be here. Y'all are the sweetest.
Thank you to everyone who hung out for this. Thank you for the super chats and all the questions and just all the. I've seen so many sweet messages in the chat too. So thank you all so much. I'm gonna let's see. What is today? Today's Sunday. I'll
Sunday.
be streaming again
Halloween.
Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. And then I think someone asked earlier, I am going to stream Thursday night when the update drops, whenever that is. And I don't know how long, and I don't know what I'm going to be doing. And then I'm going to stream Friday, Saturday, Sunday, probably Monday. It's going to be a whole event
Whole shebang.
over the weekend.
Yeah.
Do y'all want to plug, like, Holly, when are you streaming again?
I stream on Twitch, but I typically do Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. I kind of split up my streaming, some Animal Crossing, some like random bits and bobs. So, but my next Animal Crossing stream will probably be Tuesday. And that is at, oh gosh, our clocks have gone back today. So we are now back to GMT. Hold on, we're now back to GMT. So that means probably 8 p.m. GMT, which is 3 p.m. EST, or might even be 4 p.m. EST, based on the time. I hate this.
Don't
This
get
is
me
the
started
worst.
on the
Math is
time
hard.
zones.
But yeah, I'll be around
Yeah.
on Tuesday.
Yeah. Katie?
Yeah.
Katie's posting a video.
There's actually one going out today. Usually I just post videos Wednesdays and Fridays. But this last week I wanted to tour as many islands that are complete now as possible before the
Yeah,
update, because
right.
everyone's going to be changing and adding and improving, obviously.
Yeah.
So I wanted to tour as many as possible. So the last video of my tour week is today. It should be going out in like an hour or two. But yeah, if you want to watch 7 days of some incredible islands, yeah, people blow me away. That's on my channel now. But yeah, Wednesdays and Fridays when I post new content.
All right. Okay, well, be sure to go and check them out. Their links are all in the chat right now, so go and do that. And I will see you all again on Tuesday. Thanks again, Holly and Katie, for doing this. Thank you to the chat. And hopefully we'll be doing another Breaking Bells very soon. We will announce it. I normally announce it over on Twitter. Twitter is the best place to follow for Breaking Bells announcements. But we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye,
everyone. Bye.
Happy Halloween.
Bye.